Yo, AGP World, AGP Universe, it's your boy Sean Peoples. I'm here with y'all guys today. Yep, it's Halloween time, so we out here getting a little Halloweenish. I'm here with the whole AGP family. AGP family, man, we got a good discussion today. How y'all feeling today?
Wonderful.
Good.
Let's get started with this Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, Part 2. Yep, here we are again. Another day, another time. Got an early comment from Mr. Nebraska Jones from earlier. They here for the thumbnail. See like the thumbnail. Look, good job, thumbnail. Um, we here again, man. It's another nice I would say day. Wasn't that bad. It was got a little chilly towards the end. Wasn't that chilly when I was outside walking. It was chilly, but it wasn't that chilly. But anyway, let's start off by introducing the AGP fam, man. T, what's going on with you?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Glad to be here, ready to get part two going, seeing what we got going on today. Great topics.
Yeah, man. So, how was your last couple of days? We're on Tuesday.
It's good. It's been kind of cold outside, so it's actually kind of making me realize that soon I'm gonna have to be indoors working out always. So
Yeah,
it's kind of making me sad. Try to get all that nature exercising going on now while I can.
yeah, that's the sucky part about all of this. It is horrible. I tell you, I can't stand it. I don't know why my parents brought me here. I was. Whether I mean light skinned panther. What's going on?
Listen, man, I'm about to save the world and I'm about to give this great weather report. You can't beat it, man. You can't beat it.
I hear you. I hear you. What you
Hey,
got for us? You
hey,
got for us,
tomorrow,
light skinned panther?
hey, tomorrow, tomorrow is going to be rain, 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 rain. So, hey, get your umbrellas out. It's going to rain.
What about for the rest of the night? It's supposed to start raining soon.
Hey, man,
I'm a better weatherman than you.
it's starting tonight. But you're gonna wake up. Most people are gonna be in their bed right when it starts in the night. But when they wake up, it's still gonna be rain. So just be prepared. The rain is coming.
Tell that to people who enjoy sleep. Um, Cherie, what's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah. How is everything with you, man?
Wonderful, wonderful. It's absolutely beautiful. Happy to be here. It's Thursday. We will get ratchet.
How we
I
do it?
love
How
it.
we
I
do it?
love it. Tomorrow is Friday. I
Get
love it.
started. You know, um, if you really wondering what we are today, you already know what Cherie is. I'm just a dude doing a podcast in my in my robe. Dude doing a podcast in my robe. We're dressing up for Halloween. T is Pocahontas. Razor is the light skinned panther.
Hey, I gotta represent for something.
Bringing light skin back.
Hey, all light skin out there. I'm bringing it
Big up
back.
yourself. Yeah, so we here with this discussion today, man. We talk about men are from Mars, women are from Venus. It's just to show the vast difference in the mental thinking of men, women, how men and women think, how we perceive situations, how we perceive certain situations, how we, you know, how we interpret relationship, how we interpret some type of stress in the relationship. Of course, there's times when you know some people won't see it the same way. All men won't see it the same way. All women won't see it the same way. But I like to say the exception isn't the rule. Most people usually look at things. Most men and women usually look at things vastly different from how each other look at it. So when we speak of modern day women versus modern day men, What do y'all think of that when you hear modern day women versus modern day man versus modern day women? Raise what you think we babbling about when we say that? What comes to your mind when you hear modern day women versus modern day man?
Modern day woman versus modern day man. All right. So modern day woman to me is when I hear the term, it's like a woman that don't believe in the old traditional way of thinking. She believe in
Very
being.
funny. You see whiskers, Evilly winkers. Raise what you say?
Yeah, so it's more of like they believe in the modern day thing. They don't believe in what, let's say, your grandfather used to do. I mean, they might want what your grandfather used to do, but they also want they don't allow a man to be a man at the same time. They
Oh,
want they
oh,
want to be they want to be equal.
they're
They
trying to take
want,
away your manhood.
yeah, they're trying to
Yeah,
take.
yeah.
They don't want to be equal. They want you to they want to also wear the pants too. I
They
think
want
when
to be
I
the
think
man in the relationship.
and they
They
want to
want
be
a
the
double
man
man
and
relationship.
the woman. Yeah. So when I think about modern day women, that's what I think. They just want to be. They don't. A lot of times they don't allow a man to be a man anymore.
They say that they're
But
holding up progress.
hey,
Real
hey,
funny, real funny.
For real.
T is ready. She's coming. She's like, no, but no, but a lot of times they want and I look at it like this: they want the benefit, but also they don't want to submit. You understand? To
Ooh,
to, to at the same time, and we seeing this a lot of times where the woman want to be the man also in the
yeah.
relationship.
Whoa, I hear that. I hear that. I see it all the time. Corey, big up yourself. Sherelle, big up yourself. Carrie, big up yourself. Uh, yes, it is the AGP crew, the AGP team. You see us, we in costume today. We're preparing for Halloween.
Halloween.
You know,
I
or
think I
Cherie
wore the
is,
wrong costume.
T is
I
Pocahontas,
should I should I should have
Pocahontas.
been dressed in all black because I'm
Yeah,
about to get Razor. What
yeah.
he talking about? The
Razor
Grim
edge.
Reaper. I should have came
Hey,
as a Grim Reaper
the
because
Grim Reaper, I'm taking it away, man.
Razor is the light skinned panther.
I'm about to make him dark skinned.
Oh man, I'm about to be in trouble.
Razor cat women. I'm the Fresh Prince of Virginia. Just doing a podcast in my robe. Yeah, ladies, when y'all Razor, you ain't finished. So modern day man, what's your thoughts on modern day man? How what you thinking when you hear the term modern day man?
Well, a lot of modern day men, I think, and maybe T might be like, oh, he's not just bashing women. I'm not bashing women, but a modern day
Okay,
man,
okay.
I see a lot of things nowadays where modern day men, you know, they're not men anymore. They don't even know how to change tires. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know how to do a lot of things when it comes to being a man or knowing how to be a
Whoa,
man.
whoa, 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 whoa! If there's a
Yes,
if there's a
yes,
auto
yes,
zone, why do
yes.
I need to change tires?
Like a woman. No, but I've seen it where a woman is out there changing a tire, and some I know a lot of times you might not know how to do something, but you're not even willing to go out there and learn or go out and go through the process with that woman. You just sit back. Like you say, you might be at the gas station and the modern day man is going to sit in a car where you should be out there trying to pump your gas for your female. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that stuff when you see with the modern day man, they lose it. And you could look at it as maybe the female is it's like roles are switching. Like
So women are demasculating the man. That's what you're saying.
or men are making the women be masculine.
I can't make you be masculine unless you was already
They got
masculine.
they got to compensate for the lack of masculine energy in the
They're like,
relationship.
man, we're not here being men. We might as well not be the man.
It's hard, I guess some would say it's hard to be the man when your woman want to be the man.
Hey,
So,
that's
you know.
that,
Hmm.
that that can be true.
So let's go to the ladies. So they seem to be fuming over there. I asked you first for a reason. Now let's go to the ladies. They seem to be fuming over there of what you say. Ladies, when you hear the term modern day women, modern day man, what are you thinking? What do you think
I
of
agree with some of the things that Razor say when it comes to modern day men.
just
I
the man?
agree. Hold up, let me finish.
she we didn't.
Just the man? Yeah, okay.
No, they have women that think that they're the man in the household. They are some of those,
Mm-hmm.
but like I said before, I didn't sign up to be no mother, nothing. I'm not pumping no gas. I'm not changing no tire. I'm not doing none of it. I know how to do it, but I'm not doing none of it.
Mm.
No, no, I'm not. The man leads, I follow. Not like to say that I'm on my knees following. Please, ladies, don't come at me, please.
You
Okay.
know,
No,
it's a
but
difference with in a relationship that you confident in. When you're confident in saying your man lead and you'll follow. See, a lot of people don't have that confidence in their spouse. So you can say that because you're confident that your spouse is a good leader. So it's easy
That's
for you
true.
to say, you know, my man lead and follow. But you got, it's hard to follow Tyrone when he always at the. Yeah,
Tyrone might
Tyrone
be.
got you following to dead end every single time. You know.
Hey,
But
Tyrone,
modern,
Tyrone.
it has become some of it has become. Women are take their independence very, very. I don't do this. I'm not gonna do that. I'm very independent. I don't need a man. Some of them do have that, but there are old school women also out there too, like moi.
mm,
That don't want to be modern, don't want to, I mean, we as independent, like when people say independent, like being married, you can't be independent, but I'm not talking about basically, I don't need a man because I do need my husband. I do need my husband. But as far as, you know, you don't need you don't need a man for a lot of things, but you do need a man to protect you, comfort you. Sometimes, well, nowadays they don't use batteries anymore. You can just plug it up.
change it up.
you know but you still, y'all still, some women do need, they will love to have a man they can call their man to protect them, guide them. If they fallen, they can't get up, he will come and pick them up. They is a man is your strength. Sometimes you don't have to be strong. Your man can be strong for you. But yeah, some of these modern guys nowadays, I don't know.
Or
They
it's a
kind of weird.
modern men are not men. Uh,
They're a little
modern day
weird. They're a
men
little
are
weird.
mom's boys, like from the movie "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker."
They nowadays they're a little different. They're a little different. They didn't follow I mean, they did try to follow some grandparents back in the days when they had wives and the mistresses and all that stuff. But grandpa had money.
Mm.
Grandpa knew how to take care. Some of them, they want to have two, three, four, five, can't keep up. So, but yeah, some of these modern people are a little weird to me.
So, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
women and men are these modern,
Yeah, they got modern days both. Modern day
Yes,
women, modern
women
day
and
men.
men.
So
Yes.
they each have their time
Hmm.
and their place for the stuff that they do. T, what's your thoughts on this, man? What do you think when you hear modern day man and modern day women?
When I think modern day man and modern day women, I think that you can definitely see that people have come from broken homes.
Mm.
Broken homes meaning the father is absent at home. With the father being absent, these men are being raised just by a woman. They have no example of what a man is supposed to do. They don't have an example of what man is supposed to provide because the only man that's supposed to be there is gone and absent. So therefore, they grow up as these spoiled boys by their mama, and they expect to move into a relationship with a mama, meaning mama take care of everything. Mama cook, mama clean, mama pay some bills, mama handle everything. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of modern day men who really expect women to do all of that, including bills, not just change a tire, not just, pump some gas, like they legit want women to pay all of the bills and carry them. Like men want to be women. And women, you do have a lot of independent women, but believe it or not, a lot of these women are forced to be these independent women. They don't really want to sit there and handle it all. They just don't want to feel vulnerable to a man taking care of them and telling them what they got to do. They don't know that that's not
Lowly,
what
what's
being
up?
submissive is to a
Thank you,
man. You know what I mean?
Lola,
Hey boo, hey boo.
Lola,
they
Lola
they
Lola,
tonight
Lola.
because she have some situations going on that she had to handle. She'll be back soon, but she's checking us out in the comment section, so she's
Thank
technically here.
you, boo.
thank you, Lola.
Hey Lola, hopefully your
But
shirt is on the way.
Oh, he
Yeah,
tried it.
Razor,
He tried it.
that joke is so stale now.
Tried it.
this would have been the one day that she would have blended in.
Try again, Razor.
But they don't the modern day people don't even look at relationships as a true relationship. They look at it as a come up from both ends. You know what I mean? They don't look at what love this person could give. They look at what benefit they can get from this person. So
I need love
I
when I
just
get my bills paid.
yeah, you know what I mean? They're like, just pay my bills, So that it's just all messed up. I don't think they even understand what real relationships are. It's more like
I
business
need love when I
relationships.
can get a BBL.
People don't even love each other. They just be together because it's beneficial, you know what I mean? Then they be out screwing everybody else in the world.
I can get a beat. I can suck all this up.
Hey, you know what? T, I hear in your synopsis, I hear a lot of blame towards men. I didn't hear
No,
you.
it's not towards men.
I didn't really hear you put because you say women want women. There are some independent women out there, but they're forced to be like that. I want to push back on that.
I said a lot of, I didn't
Yeah,
say all.
I
A
didn't
lot
say
of them are forced to be there.
that's what I just said. Exactly what you said. A lot of them are forced to be independent. I said I want to push back on that a little bit about. I think sometimes people force themselves into that situation that they're forced to be independent. As picking the ideal mate for yourself is somebody that can help you weather the storm throughout stuff. Sometimes to some women, uh, the ideal mate is the person that pays for everything. To an independent women, that sometimes I find it hard for you to say you're independent if you live at home with your mom or your dad. I never
That's
understood
not
that
independent.
concept of
That's not
independence.
independent.
Yeah, I never
you know what, you hear all the
maybe
time
I'm
when they
stupid. Maybe I just don't know.
hey,
You know, maybe it's me.
they
Or
always say, I'm
my
high
mom live with
maintenance.
me.
I'm
My
high
mom live with
maintenance.
me.
Yeah,
My mama live with me. She
you know.
here because
Yeah.
she can't do nothing for herself, so she lives with me.
What's going on, Dre? Yeah. So I
No, they
do
move in with mama to take care.
I do agree at times that men force women into certain particular predicament that they have to therefore be I guess like the male and female in their household, especially when they have kids. But I see a lot of times, man, like women put themselves in particular situations that they forcing themselves to do that. You go out and have babies for dudes that got a million babies over there already. You go out and meet a dude today. you're in a full-fledged relationship with him next month. You don't know this guy. So you don't know what he's capable of doing. You don't know what's going to happen next week or tomorrow. And then when he starts showing you the signs, you say, all guys are this and all guys are that. How you know that? You only know this clown for a week. So and he your boo forever. You can't blame that on all guys. You gotta blame that on yourself. You chose to pick up a situation
Oh
where
yeah, you definitely.
for
but
me, go ahead, Riz.
no, but I was gonna add to that too. I was gonna say, like, that's why you have a lot of single mother. They, and T made the point when she was making that she don't realize that sometimes you need your father and you need a good dad in your life.
True.
And
Mm-hmm.
a single mother is not going to be able to show her son all the way, and vice versa. If I have a daughter, I'm not going to be able to show her the ropes and everything as a man. You need a female. So when we're saying that, we need both parties in a kid's life to show them that way and show them that this is the path we want to take. Because if you have a female that's raising their son, they're not gonna fully give them that man perspective of life. And they not to say that they can't, but they can't fully do that. And you can't a female can't raise a man all the way, and a man can't raise a woman all the way.
But
So
A
you
lot of
need both parties.
women
it's
they
the same
can.
with women like that. That's why a lot of these women are growing up so hard, is because they don't have that father as well. Like the father plays a
Yep,
major
I
role in his
was about to say
daughter's
that.
life. You
Yep.
know what I mean? So
That's
that's what I
the main
mean by broken home. I wasn't putting the blame on the man or the female. The blame comes from society got to a point where it wasn't normal to have a mother and a father in the home. And now we're seeing the effects of that. We're seeing the effects of that in, excuse me, the generation. You see the men are very soft and the women are very hard. That's because the girls grew up watching their mother, you know what I mean, be this hard, independent woman, and they have this anger towards men because their father was never there. So they're not out here looking for boyfriends because they don't know what a boyfriend is. They're looking for a father. They don't even know what love is. It's messed up the whole dynamic, and people don't even know what a relationship is, anymore, men nor women. The roles have completely reversed, and that's because our families have been ripped apart. And that goes back to the systematic problem that we had of doing it. That's the real culprit, you know what I mean? That is the true culprit. There is what
That's
they've done to the black home. It's not man nor woman. They put us against each other, and we're constantly trying to battle on who is right or who is wrong in it, when all actuality we just need to get past the faults and figure out how to get it better.
I agree with that, but sometimes we gotta take blame for our actions. We go out there and
Everybody has to take accountability for
yeah,
themselves.
you can't blame systematic or you keep repeating the same mistake. That's your
That's true.
fault.
That's your fault.
That's true.
You the insane
Systematic,
person.
yeah, systematic may have caught you 1, 2, maybe 3, 5,
Not
6,
four,
7, 8.
5, 6.
Five, six times into it.
Habitual,
Yeah.
all habitual offenders get jail time. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I ain't gonna give you the last 15. I'll give you the first 3, maybe 3.
Like you
Hey,
have to
Next
take
15,
accountability
that's
for
all
three
you.
strike,
your
three strikes you
actions.
out.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
all
I
you.
would, I would say after twice, that three is kind of
Maybe
pushing.
the third. Maybe the
Yeah, yeah.
third. But when
It's
you go
iffy.
4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
yeah,
Iffy for
yeah,
the third.
it's you. It's you.
Yeah, it's
It's
iffy
you.
for the third, but first and second, you might can give me that lallygag story, and I'd be like, oh, it's all right. For the
You're
third,
like,
I might,
my
Third
parents
time,
should
you're
have
like, yeah.
second.
what I'm saying,
When
this third one is kind of,
that,
yeah. The fourth
Mm.
one, hell no, you ain't getting me with that. This is having kid by the right person is more important than having kids before you're 30. I picked this
Amen.
because I saw this the other day, and I didn't even want to I was gonna delete the 30 part out, but I wanted to discuss that eventually too. So that's why I left it in there. But just having kids, period, you have to pick the right person to have a kid with. And that's what happened a lot of time. Remember this big discussion we was having up here about
Mhm.
someone having kids without, we always discuss that you need both parents. So there's no exception to me when it comes to parenting a child, that a child need both parents in their
Yeah.
life. I mean, of course,
Mm-hmm.
there's plenty of kids out there that don't have both parents in their life, and some of them go on to be very successful. But then again, a lot of them go on to be sociopaths. They go on to run around the place and do crazy stuff and
Amen.
feel neglected, don't feel the love. They don't, the
Mhm.
understanding. I had a ability to be around a few kids a couple of months back and hear them express the the heartfelt pain that they feel not having a parent, not having a father mostly in their house, and how it affects their life, and how everything they do kind of remedy around not having a father in their life. They got to be tougher. They got to be more witty with jokes. They got to be able to fight from earlier, because they learn and pattern a certain stuff that men do, they don't do. You gotta I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she was complaining to me that her son, which is 7, is sitting on the toilet and peeing. And I'm like, I don't know how to help you with that.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's gone. That
You know?
Mm.
I mean, she said there's nothing else about him that you'd call feminine, except that when he go to pee, sit on the toilet. So I don't know how to help her with that. So I can't give you no advice other than tell a man stand up.
yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
I was
you know,
gonna say, was he taught that?
you,
Yeah.
you know, I
An
don't know.
easy fix.
I don't. It sometimes is an easy fix with some parent, but you have points when female parents, to me, are usually the softer parent.
Mm-hmm.
The dad is
The
usually
nurture.
the enforcer. That's how I was growing up. That's how I see around in my circle of life. Sometimes, the rule is not the exception. You do see a female
Some
that's
yeah.
more aggressive, and the dad be like, "Calm down." Like I got my homeboy be like, he be telling his girl like, "Jesus Christ, can I be the bad guy today?" Like, yo, you gotta be the bad guy every day.
I got to go easier.
Yeah, he like, man, the kids come to me every day complaining about her. I be like, man, I don't even, he like, I'm starting to get scared of her. So, it is a thing. Britt, big up yourself.
Appropriate.
What's up,
Great.
Brett?
Yo, this modern day thing is I brought this topic up. Man, I stayed away from this topic for a long time. The reason I stay away from this topic, I think it's the most stupidest thing that people came up with. Modern day women and modern day men. I mean, when our parents was growing up, it was their modern day. When our grandparents was growing up, it was their modern day. What changed? What changed with them? What changed with them was highly likely they took the knowledge that they got from their parents and instilled it in their self and put it into their relationship. Somehow, some way, becoming to this generation and the next generation, that whole thing started separating,
Mhm.
started breaking apart. More people started not going by the national rules of remember we was talking about on the podcast couple Tuesday nights ago, the family dinner, eating a dinner around a table with your family. We don't do that anymore. I'm one that I don't do that. I'd be a hypocrite if I was saying that. I'll literally have food ready and be standing up eating, looking at my phone, listening to news or listening to music or listening to something that I'm trying to study to learn more about. So I'm paying more attention to that than anything else. And it's not the fact that I don't want to eat dinner with my family, or eat dinner with my kid, or eat dinner with whoever. It's just the fact that I've been doing it so much, you kind of get no to that whole thing of just going around the table and sit around the table. Like I really don't see a lot of people do that anymore either. Even in my family, when the family is around, somebody take their food, somebody gone over here, somebody gone over there. It's rare that we're together. So I think that plays. I think all of this plays a part in this whole thing. That tradition, we stop following certain tradition, and that hurts the catalyst of the black family in the long run. What's your thoughts on that?
And I definitely think it definitely hurts the family in the long run. when you think about it like that. You know, like you say, with with the with the reference he was making to the dining room table, or at the dinner. Like for me, yeah, I put my son there to eat, but I personally I don't use it. Sometimes I'm like, man, should I just get rid of the dining room? Just make it. Let me put a pool table there or something.
Turn
That's
this to
true.
an extra room.
That's true.
If we was in New York, that'd have never been a dining room table. That'd be an extra room.
You're like lock it up, put a table,
That's
put an
true.
extra room, But like you say, you know, you might have a little table in the kitchen that everybody can sit down there. But a lot of traditional ways that we normally see back then, is going away now. Where a lot of people, they're not sitting down at the table. I mean, like you said, there's always exception to the rule,
Mhm.
but for the most part, I don't see it. Is mostly everything is on the go, on the go, on the go. You come home, eat, you do your homework, whatever. Everything is always on the go. So, maybe we do need to get back to some of those old ways where we sit our kids down and
Mhm.
fathers and wife or girlfriend, whatever you are, sit down with the kids and have the dinner at the table and have a conversation, and not being at the table and everybody have their own gadget. 'Cause you see that too. People be sitting at the table and,
Table and be
and,
the phone, right? I'm
everybody
guilty
in.
of that.
We
I'm
do
guilty
sit at
of
the
that.
table. We got an area where you sit and eat. The TV's up on the wall. My son watching TV. I got my earpiece in. I'm listening to what's going on my phone. Everybody paying attention to nothing. And then
Yeah.
Nothing, yeah.
when you're done, you ain't even waiting on the next person to finish. You done and you
Yeah.
gone. They're like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
out.
But I
Yeah.
do sometimes I force my children to, even with my husband, we sit down, watch a movie, eat, we put our phone, leave them in the room. And sometimes we do eat at, I do try to eat at the dinner table and stuff, because I'm guilty of that. I be on my phone. My phone, like my husband's, my phone is connected to my heart. My heartbeat.
Hey, you leave it at home, you be lost without it.
Oh,
Like, where's
oh,
my life?
turn around. Turn around. Sometimes I leave it and he be driving like, oh, I forgot my phone. He be like, I ain't turning around. I said, why? And he just leave and I'll be mad the whole day because I don't got my
I'm
phone.
more liable to leave my wallet than to leave my Glock and my phone. I always got them. I'd be like, oh, my wallet. Ah, left my wallet at the crib. Gotta go back to the crib. Yeah. I got my phone.
Shoot, if I got my phone, I got my wallet because my card right there.
The good
It
thing
make it
is
nice and easy.
that you can charge, with technology, you got the Samsung Pay, the Android Pay, and all that stuff. That there's times that I don't have to go home, but I'm in certain stores, these ghetto stores, that you can't use it. They be like, we don't
He
accept that,
bougie.
sir.
He
I gotta
bougie.
go all the way home for my wallet, man. Come on.
He
Mm-mm,
bougie. He
mm-mm.
bougie.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Even in some of the
You want to
modern
just
day,
tap.
yeah,
even in some of the even in some of the modern day stores, they don't have. Hey, I remember when
I call it ghetto. Yeah,
yeah, remember when we
Yeah,
went
I
to
tell them they're ghetto.
to
yeah. I know what you're gonna say.
I tell them ghetto
Y'all
real quick.
ghetto.
I'll be
Yeah, I know
like,
what you're gonna say,
the
Louis.
ghetto? How you don't have Apple Pay? Like, why
yeah,
everyone has
We
Apple
went to
Pay?
South Carolina and we
yeah.
went into a store. It was a Lowe's and we went to pay for something. And I was getting ready to do my thing with my phone. And she's like, oh, that don't work here. I was like, you sure? She's like, I'm positive. I said, watch this. Beep.
Yeah.
She's like, oh. I said, yeah.
I've had that happen before too. They don't even know they got
They
it.
don't even know that.
Don't even know.
So,
Hey, I was like, maybe she said she don't have it. They don't have it. It's
yeah,
like,
I was pretty sure that she didn't have a clue what she was talking about. Trying to pick up herself. But yeah, this modern day concept, I think it's a bunch of caca, man. I think that at the end of the day, we as individual have to start setting better examples for ourselves. We got to start using better what's it, better decision, better mind, use our minds better. Like, you know, if I just met Lorianne 2 weeks ago, might shouldn't be getting Lorianne pregnant. It's just probably not. I don't know if I like her yet. It's just 2 weeks. So it's one of them things. So read that for me, Sheree.
I have to fault some of our women in a quest for love. They willing to put up with everything and anything just to have a man in their life who isn't doing anything. Yeah, that's true, Cheryl. That's very true.
Well,
Facts.
that's true.
And some of
That
them
is
just
true.
looking for that love, and some of them looking also just to have, some women also go by if the guy is nice, and if he may have like one or two kids and he's good with his kids, so automatically you gonna think that he gonna be good to your kids. So in your mind you already picturing a whole family, his two, my two. We gonna be a whole family and everything. Sean is killing me with this rope.
I'm doing my robe tabulous.
But they all, and then some women in their mind, like I said, picturing like, oh, we're gonna be a happy family, and she already planning, new stuff, new curtains, new this. The kids gonna be here, and maybe we should move to a bigger apartment or get a house because all of us can live in this little apartment. So we got, and she then planned the whole
Then
thing.
he got to go back to his wife because you don't know he was married. You didn't get a chance to ask him. You moved too fast.
Hey,
Yes, and everything just breaks down, and
they
then
still
she
in
go.
the infatuation
I
stage.
can't do any of that. I can't move in with you. I'm married. What are you talking about? I got to go back
Mm.
home. It's only
And
been two
then
Mm.
weeks.
then
I'm
her
not,
heart
I'm not,
breaks
I'm
and
not,
she gets
I'm
angry
not
and
going
she's
to be
mad
able
at
to
the
bring that
world.
kid home.
Hit that again, Sheree.
The modern day family has let the wrong people into their homes and allowed them to start teaching when we should be the ones teaching.
That's true. I think social media, movies, and I think everybody is just so impressionable nowadays. I think that everybody see this glitz and glamour life and that's what they want. Every girl you meet want to ask you, what can you do for me? And
What have you done for me lately?
I have the same question for you too, because what you do for me? You know,
Hey, hey,
I
the
got this big
feeling is
booty,
mutual.
I got this big breast, I got 10 grand. I can get that made on the chick that I'm with. I don't need yours.
My man got me lipo and that's why I
Yeah,
got this body. He
I can
got
get that for her
money.
too.
He got
So
money.
I think that social media really uh,
Affected
yeah,
everything.
throw us
Yes.
in a loop. People are you're getting exposed to a lot of things earlier. Remember when we was growing up, we used to hear crazy stories like Snoop Dogg got a house with 59 million rooms on it. And you're like, oh my God, I can't believe you never seen it. But
Nope.
you just thinking
But
in your
you
head,
heard.
but it's just in your head.
Yeah.
But now you'll see on TV where these stars live. So nowadays, you got Deborah and Lil Ken. That Lil Ken always be standing in front of the tiny giant, but Deborah think that he's supposed to give her a life with a big pool in the backyard. They supposed to be going on 5, 6 vacations a year. Now Lil Ken going to jail next month. Got cases. You ain't going
It
nowhere.
has this social media has destroyed a lot of people, and even when I remember when seeing some people comment on Facebook saying social media destroy relationships. And I'm like, I be always wondering, like, how does it destroy a relationship? Like, how social media destroy your
Easily.
relationship?
Easily.
Father, I think just looking at
It can easily destroy
watching
relationships.
watching other people relationship and thinking that's how it's supposed to go. You
Mm,
trying it doesn't work because I think everybody would like to have the cool, fun
yeah.
spouse that you joke with, you laugh with. Everybody's, oh man, he's so funny. But in reality, some of us don't have any personality. We're not funny. Some people are shy and you don't even know. They
Mm,
might be bashful in front of you, but when they get around people, they don't want to talk. And then you feel like, oh man, he's so standoffish with my family, and he's standoffish with that person. But really, that person just don't communicate well with people they don't know, and
mm-hmm.
they have a barrier up because I don't want to say something. Then I look like a
Yeah,
fool. So I'm just
something
Mm-hmm.
I'll
happened.
be quiet and stay in the corner. But people don't think of these things when they hear this stuff going on. I'm gonna open the line in a few for some phone calls in here. I want to hear what AGP fanboys out here saying. Um, so if you were in if you was in a situation where you didn't have any kids yet, and last minute resort, you just met a guy, he seemed decent, he seemed good, you start seeing these red flags that people be posting around on social media, but you want a kid so bad. Are you still gonna have the kid? And we can vice versa it for me and Razor. Are we still gonna go ahead and have the kid, or is it just to come to a decision that you need to go find somebody else, or do without the kids? What y'all think, ladies? I want to hear y'all opinion on this.
Honestly, a lot of times those women are actually trapping them, man. They want the kid thinking it's gonna make him change and it's gonna fix the relationship like it's a band-aid. Like they don't look at the child as what damage they could do to that child. They're looking at that child as a repair, like to make him stay. Oh, he can't leave me once. Like we are in an era where it's been so many single women. I don't understand why women still think a baby is gonna make a man stay. Like he gonna stay around to come sleep with you when he want to, honey, but that's not gonna mean that he's about to be your man and y'all gonna get married and have a white picket fence. Like women still do that nowadays, and it's crazy. Like who you have a child with is tying you more than who you marry. You can marry somebody and you still don't have to be with that person for the rest of your life, but if you have a child with somebody, you're going to be around that person forever. I mean, literally forever.
Ever, even when you
forever
dead.
Even like
Yeah.
like it just I don't understand that. Like if you see red flags and you're put it this way, if you're unsure if you are going to be with this person, or you can even not even be with them, if you can't stand to see this person for the rest of their life, like don't do it because you're going to have that connection.
That's
And
real.
if you don't, it's gonna hurt that child. And that's what we're seeing now. You're going to be a single mother, and this is the example. Like kids don't go by what we tell them. That's what a lot of people don't realize. It's not what you tell a child, it's what a child watches. And that child is always watching you, even when you think they're not watching you. When you sitting there on that phone in that conversation, when you have friends over, like when I was a kid, they used to be like, get out of the room, grown folks are talking, because there's certain conversations and things kids will listen to and mimic. So you like, people don't have no babies with just someone you don't know like that. Like really, 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 truly look at how they were raised. You know what I mean? Look at their parents. You have to get all of that, because there's things that pass down from generation to generation that you're now bringing on to this innocent child. Like everyone in the family crazy, the mama crazy, the daddy crazy. Like that stuff be hereditary. You need to pay attention to that kind of stuff.
It's very crazy. You know what the another thing too that I like what you said. The thing is that I'm gonna blend it in with what Dre is saying too. All the parents and kids ain't too far away from each other right now. Who is teaching these kids what the fundamentals in life is? And you're having kids from you 15, 16, not saying anything about people that I'm just saying it's hard for you ain't learned nothing yet from your parents. You just start learning. So it's almost impossible. You 30 now, your kid's 15, having kids too. You a 31, 32-year-old grandma. Your kid, you ain't teaching your kid nothing. Your kid blowing one together. Your kid out there in the club, two and three stepping. We ain't doing none of that with me and my kid. I don't care how old we get. Me and my kid won't be in the same club. 5 stepping, 6 stepping. We just ain't doing that. That ain't the party that I want to be at.
I ain't hanging. If I ever was to see my 2 kids in the club, I'm out. I'm be like, oh, it's time for me to go, because this this maybe I should not be here right now.
Yep. Don't even talk to me. I'm bouncing.
Who you? They calling you. I don't know them.
No, who these kids?
I don't know them. I don't got no kids.
Yeah, I know. I can't see hanging. I'm not my child's friend, but I do have, friends who do hang with their kids. And when your kid is grown, that's a totally different scenario.
Yeah.
My problem is what they're molding. You know what I mean? Like you see these. There's a video going around, and don't get me wrong, the little girl is cute, you know, but the little girl is breaking it down and busting it down. She's not dressed provocatively or anything, but she is breaking it down to Megan busted wide open. And everyone's sharing this video like, oh, this little girl's so cute. And me in my mind, I'm just sitting here like, why is this little girl know the whole dance routine to Megan the Stallion? Like, why does she know that?
They need the daddy, you know.
It just baffles me. It just
Yeah,
where it starts at, you know what I mean?
and that's why.
Am I breaking up?
Yeah, you're breaking up, and that's why we need the father around to
Yeah,
you know,
you
say, hey,
need that.
what you doing? Like I see struggles in some of my friends' relationship, and it's good struggle. It's a you better not wear that because your daddy gonna see that and he gonna go crazy. Or hey, if you wear this, uh, we gotta check with your daddy to wear it, and he be like, man, you know what she just sent me? Look what she sent me, dog. She sent me this for my daughter to wear. Man, what the wrong with her? And I'm laughing. He like, she bet yo, you know she shaped like her mama. I do not know that.
I don't.
I don't know that.
I don't.
Let's cut it out, man. You know shit. I don't know that. No, I don't.
Go.
I'm not looking at her or her mom.
Like
You know?
there were times like when I would go out and to the club and I'd have something maybe a little provocative on, and the kids, you know, I'm not gonna just walk past the kids, you know, with my booty hanging out. You know what I mean? I have on some sweatpants over it or something. You know, you really have to show your kids like
Yeah. If you see like
you,
I said before, my daughter is the total opposite of me. My daughter is like, oh my god, everything is oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. When I be in the house, I be joking. Then she be like, oh my god, mom, stop doing that. Stop doing that.
Good kid to me.
You know, and exactly. I never danced in front of my daughter all crazy, and I never did that. I hate with a passion when I see a little girl dancing and doing splits and all them grown people just cheating. I dislike it with a passion. My daughter danced, but she you know she still got two left foot. So you know she still got two left foot. Like it don't match the rhythm of where she. And I love it. Stay just like that for right now. Just stay like that for a little bit. Don't be like your mama.
You know, I feel like let's touch this with what Corey said real quick. You know, I feel like you can raise your kid not being in the home. You know, I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot more difficult. I feel like you can. I think that it does. It definitely makes it a lot more difficult because now you have two different set of rules. Now you got mama rule, you got daddy rule. When the kid come over, you know he might not like daddy rule, or mama rule might be more strict. So it's an imbalance, a difference for it's a struggle on the kid and it's a struggle on the parent because you have times when now you're painted as the bad parent because you do have women that have this thing in their mind that it's a competition. You're that mean and blah 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 Ray. So you're always gonna get the kid feeling like I gotta walk on pins and needles around dad because mommy said he's gonna be upset if I do this. He's gonna be upset if I do that. But then you have the same time that some dads do that too, make their kids feel like you see this is a safe zone here. You do whatever you want to do here. She trying to lock you up in prison. She trying to give you 10 years. Boy, you better when you come here. You get to do whatever you want to do. So you do have that imbalance. But I guess in some type of way, I kind of understand what Corey is saying. But
yeah, because it does happen.
Yeah, because some guys use that as an
agree,
excuse though.
You know.
But some guys use that as an excuse though. You know what I mean? Like they're not with the mom anymore, so they like literally leave that. You know, like you have to. I hate to hear a guy say something like, "Oh, she won't let me see my child." Have you ever gone to the court and filed custody? Have you ever gone through? No, what I mean by that is There's always an exception, but the majority of these guys sit there and act like the woman can dictate. No, you can go to court, you can fight for your rights, you can do things to set in place. Now, if you're someone who's going through that and battling, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about these guys who just be, oh, she don't let me see my kid, and they never even tried. You know what I mean? Not calling her, no, there's other ways. You know, I tell my brothers the same exact thing. You know what I mean? You go to court for that child support, you paying that child support, but you're not going to court petitioning to make sure you get visitation of your child. No, because you don't want to be in that child's life. You just want to hand over that check. And some of them ain't even doing that.
I don't know.
Some men,
I don't know
some
about that, T.
some.
I think that's a difficult task for guys. I've seen guys that are great father to one set of kids because they don't have any issues, and I've seen them they standoffish to the kid over here because the mother is treating them a certain way. And I'm glad, you know what ironically is, I have this thing saved in the bank for weeks and been waiting for to use it, and here we are tonight. Perfect. Stop telling us we need to fight. We shouldn't have to fight to see our kids. It's our kids. People need it's
well, the same way y'all say women know who you having a child with, men need to realize who they depositing themselves into,
when I say
and they
that,
need to take responsibility of that.
I'm talking about men also. I always make sure that I specifically find out I'm talking about men and women. You need to know who you're having kids with. You can't meet somebody for 2 or 3 months and think that they're ideal mate for you to have kids with, and then when they want to ruin you and that kid's life, you talk about, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. How would you know this was going to happen? You don't know him.
Guys be just wanting to feel something. They don't want to use that protection. You know, I just want to feel it. You depositing yourself, and now you got a whole child. Be stingy with your stuff.
I'm gonna believe her.
Be stingy with your liquid gold, please, men.
She got 8 kids already. I believe it's good. I'm gonna believe you.
Like, come on, man. Like,
hey, be
stingy with your liquid gold.
I'm gonna stay far. Like, no.
In fact, let me get the whole body condom.
Really, a whole body condom?
Yeah. But man, that's the thing, man. We in a place where people got to stop. People got to stop sending out this information about what we doing when it comes to parents. Oh, Sharpman is getting ready to come in. Sharpman, I see you. I'm about to check your link right now. It's coming. Yeah, this appearance of I shouldn't have to go to court to see my kid. You should want me to be instrumental in the kid's life. I should want you to be a part of your kid's life. If I'm the father, I got the kid, or you the mother, the kid cannot be successful, or usually aren't successful, without both of us being instrumental in his life. So why stop that? Because immature, stupid. Like, I watched a clip on Facebook the other day where this lady literally ripped the baby's hair out because the dude's new girlfriend did the baby hair. Telling him, don't play with me.
I saw that.
I'm like, are you serious, yo?
She told them she didn't want weave in her daughter's hair. She felt her daughter was too young to have weave in her hair, and they went ahead and just did it anyway. You know what I mean? Like, even still, she's not a mom. I mean, she went to the extreme. Yeah, she went way to the extreme.
That's a conversation.
I completely agree.
We got kids that wear weave all the time. That kid I seen younger kids than her wear weave. It was clearly the fact that young woman, he had another woman did the hair. You can see the bitterness in that young lady.
They showed the whole text and everything.
I watched the whole thing. I know the whole story. It was majority.
There was a whole text message before that where she told the dad, don't put no weave in my daughter's hair.
And then there's a next message is that you shouldn't have had your girl did it. Don't forget that big part of it.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying. No, again, I'm not saying that, but that, you know,
she would have accepted it.
It wasn't just because it was the girlfriend who did it. She
would have.
She actually told him not to do it.
Else that did it. And maybe if you had went to a hairdresser, it would have been cool. But now you can't be having your girl doing my baby hair. I mean, that's stupid. I mean,
they use the kid as a tool. You know, exactly. The first thing that happened is. You break up, the kid is immediately get put in the middle of the situation.
In the middle.
where the mother is saying, well, you can't see the kid, or whatever is going on, when it should be the opposite. Well, hey, let's try to figure out how we're gonna work this out, how we gonna be on the same page,
Rose.
how we gonna
Myrtle.
make sure.
Yeah.
But and some girls can't get over the fact that the man has moved on, but at least just be happy that the man is still there trying to be with the child. You don't have to have a relationship with the new girlfriend, but at least get see the person that's around your child.
Yeah.
I've always done that. I don't we
But
don't have
some
the
men will
best
do.
friends, but I still need to know, just let's agree to disagree sometime, but just agree that, I just don't like certain things on my, like some hairstyle can be too grown. You can explain things like that, but some of them are so bitter they don't see that. You
Mhm.
should be at least be happy that there's a woman when you're not they taking care of your daughter, doing her hair, because some women will not care. They're like, that ain't my child.
Man,
Talk to you.
man,
That ain't
I
my
ain't
daughter.
hear that's my child. Any woman, I don't care who my man get with, who my ex man get with. It ain't got nothing to do with. That's my child. It ain't. I'm a active mother in that relationship, and ain't no woman gonna come in and just do stuff without my permission with my child. I went through this. I went through a woman taking
I
my
got a quick,
daughter
I got a
to
quick
go get
question.
her hair cut,
I got a quick
and
question for you. Is
men will
isn't it the
use
father?
a
Isn't it
woman.
the father's child too? As you said,
Yeah,
It's
that's
my
yeah.
it's
his
my
child too.
child. It's my child as well, which is why I
Okay.
get asked permission. Okay,
If she
that's
got the
what I'm
permission
saying.
from the
And
father,
if my sons needed a haircut, I'm not gonna send my sons with no man to go get a haircut. I'm gonna call their
if
father
she
and say
got
your
permission
sons
from the
need a
father,
haircut. If he say
if
no,
she got permission from the father, is you being upset
no,
with her
no,
making
no,
that
no,
doesn't make any sense?
no. It's
Because
called respect.
I
It's
gave
called respect. That is
res-
my child.
but if
I
I
don't
gave
need
her if I gave her permission to go do my child's hair, your
That's
problem should
all.
be with me, not with
that.
her, because
Oh
I
yeah, no, I'm gonna come to you. No, I'm not going to her no matter what. No matter what. Don't get that twisted. I'm not going to her. But what I'm saying is, as a mother, as you being my child's father, I'm gonna consult with you on everything that goes on with our children and get your input in it. That's part of co-parenting. But you do have some men who leave a woman with the kids and then get a new girlfriend, and they try
what's up,
to
you dance? What's up?
play the single mama because they got a new boo, and they try to play house with your child, and you're still an active parent. Now if you're an absent parent, then your opinion don't matter. But if you are an active parent in your child's life, you're not asking for your child to have a second parent because they're in a relationship. Okay, that's that person's choice. But when it comes to my child, you won't talk to me about what's going on because I'm an active parent. And that's what happens in these, when people break up and co-parenting comes involved. You know what I mean? They don't get that from, they're like, oh, this is my child. This is, no, this is our child. So therefore, father can't make decisions on his own, and mother can't make decisions like that on her own. That's what co-parenting is. If we lived in the same home, we would do that. So just because we're separate and you now have a new girlfriend, or because I have a new husband, that does not make it right that you exclude that parent from decisions in your child's life. That's
Corey, big up yourself.
absolutely wrong.
Thanks for the donation again, Corey. Big up yourself. The sticker. Um, that sounds a lot complicated for me. If my
think.
child's mother want
Uh-uh.
have her dude, and as long here's the only problem I have with this is if they're forcing my kid to go get a haircut and he don't want to get his haircut, because
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with my kid growing his hair. So if my kid don't want to get his hair cut and they're forcing him to get his hair cut, then that's where the problem lies. But if for me, if my child's mother, spouse or boyfriend say, "Hey, I'm gonna take this kid to go get a haircut," and my son want to get his haircut, what the what do I care? It's a haircut. But
I'm
hey,
just,
to each
I'm
his
the,
own.
I mean,
I'm the
we're
same.
saying something as minute as haircut, but it's what I'm saying it as a general, you know what I mean? When it
Yeah, I
comes to
understand that.
co-parenting, yeah, I'm not just putting it just on something as simple as a haircut, you
I'm,
know what
I'm
I mean?
talking. I'm talking about stuff that really doesn't. I'm talking about stuff that really doesn't affect me. If I'm living in the house, and this is one of the reasons that I'm so uh like big on dealing with the women with kids, because that's the stuff that I hear from my friends that have kids, like little nonsensical stuff. Why you ain't told me he was going to the hospital? Why you let him bring him to the hospital? Because you work
Use.
and he was available to do it. What's the problem? You you don't have a
It
problem.
it, it be no, it becomes what it is you have to have consideration. If you have a relationship, you still have to have consideration for the other parent who's not there 100% of the time. That's all it is. It's about respect and consideration. That's how you have successful co-parenting. We're not talking about these situations where people don't exist. I'm talking about a man who is active in their child's life,
Yeah, I'm not talking
and
about that either. I'm
yeah,
talking about
if
I'm
he's
talking
active in
about
my child's life and what's going on, just because I have a man in the home and we now have a family structure, I'm not gonna out him from his children's life. You know what I mean? Like there are women who will send their child to go get the haircut with the boyfriend and won't let the daddy, won't let the daddy come get, babe, I want to take my child. Now
yeah,
he going with
that's
he
different.
going
Yeah,
he going with
that's something
I mean,
totally. Yeah,
what
yeah.
what I mean is that can happen though. That's all in the
Yeah,
same.
but that's not where I was going with that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
more looking at
that's
it as,
disrespectful. I'm
yeah,
talking about if I'm a parent.
just co-parenting.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. If I'm a parent, are we gonna let OG talk up real quick so we can make sure your volume and everything's good? Unmute yourself, cause you might be mute. You know.
No, I'm not muted like always.
Who are you? A corona nurse?
Man, I'm pretending it's a pandemic out there tonight.
Oh yeah, cause we should. They sure ain't one now for real.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Let me
big
come
up
on
yourself.
out. Let me come
Emily,
on
big
out.
up.
Come
You
on
could
out.
at
What's
least
up,
wear a different T-shirt.
Everybody on the live, big up yourself tonight. We came prepared for Halloween. Denby, big up yourself. New Dance, big up yourself. Corey, big up yourself. Kerry must have fallen asleep like he always do. It happens. It happens.
Yo.
Sherelle, big up yourself. Lola ain't here, but Lola in the comments section.
Yeah, I'm missing the action, man. What's going on? I
Um,
see y'all up here getting it in.
yeah, we getting it in tonight. We getting it in. But
Yeah.
before we let you jump in, hit like, share on your social media platform. We ain't said it all night.
I'm
We're here
already
with
sharing, baby. That's what I do.
AGP family, AGP crew, Nebraska Jones. I see you up here. Big up yourself. So let's get back to the conversation. Yeah. A simple stuff like, man, taking my son to maybe a game. You want to take my son to the game? If I'm not usually available to take my son to the game, and she usually take him to the game, but today she can't take him, and she said, "Hey, uh, Rob or Short Man, Razor, go ahead and could you take little Jimmy to the game for me?" And they say, "Yeah." I don't expect. I'm not
for
gonna have a
sure.
problem with that.
I don't
Yeah,
expect
sure.
you to
Yeah,
call me to tell me
yeah,
that,
Not for
oh,
every little thing.
I'm gonna take the only thing I have that I had that. The only thing that I did not like is that you trying to be more mother than me. That's the only problem I had. But other than, you take her to, she wanna, oh, I wanna do, you don't have to
Sound
call
like you're
me
talking
for
about beyond, huh?
This
everything.
like yeah, when I said
But
me,
like,
this woman took my daughter to the salon for the first time ever. You know what I mean? Got her hair cut. And that's something I'm supposed to do. No one, yeah. But what did y'all say earlier? You said the father said it was okay. So no, that's what I'm
yeah. That's
speaking
what I'm
about. I'm
saying.
not
That's
Well,
saying
you should.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying I'm gonna go to the girl, but that's what I mean by parents thinking, not being considerate and thinking of the other
Yeah,
person. You know what I mean?
that's definite, especially if they know, like, if I know that, here's the thing, because I don't like confusion. If I know that that's the type of person you is, I'm not even going to bother to put the person that I'm dealing with in a situation to be going back and forth with you. Because
mhm.
the less we deal with you, is the more I'm going to realize that we won't have any issue. So what's going to happen is you're probably never going to get to be around us when we're doing kids. It's always going to be a separation. It's never going to be a combined birthday party. It's never going to be a combined anything for us to do together, because I don't like confusion. I don't like idiocracy. I don't like nonsense. I don't like embarrassment, especially when I'm in public. I don't like that. I don't like that
Ooh,
contention
I hate that.
with people. Kids feel that stuff, and kids
Mhm.
they start getting awkward. Oh, mommy don't like her, or mommy don't like he. I'm not about to put my kid through that. Once I realize that that's the type of person you is, you're gonna have a problem if you take him here, you take him here. You ain't gonna take him here. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be on your rump when you can't show up. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
excuse you give me. I'm gonna be on your rump.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you realize that everything that you taking personal right here could have easily been taken care of by somebody else that ain't trying to take your place. They just trying to fit in where they supposed to fit in at. Because if they ask me to do these stuff for their kids, if a woman asks me to take her son to the barbershop, I'm gonna do it. I'm not even thinking to say what the daddy think. No, to me,
Yeah.
It's just like
And sometimes
it's just like me going.
But you know, but you
actual the dad. And sometimes it be the man.
it be the
Sometimes
men trying
it's
to hurt somebody, trying to hurt
yeah,
somebody's
because I'm
feelings.
not gonna lie. Sometimes it be the men because I went through that, and finally, me and the girls sit down and talk and stuff. I'm like, oh,
well, for the woman, it's gonna be the man, but for the man, it's gonna be the women. We see the women do that to
yeah.
the man
Sometimes
all
it
the
be the
time.
women. Yeah.
I see women having a man,
Women will do it all the time.
life calling another man daddy. Now that's a whole different story. Now, if my kid grew up and decide that's what he want to do, I'm not gonna have any argument with him. But remember, then you go ask your daddy. Oh, you want to do Jordans? Go ask your daddy.
I'm gonna go to the.
You
I'm
my
gonna
daddy.
go.
No, you call that N-word your daddy too. Ask your daddy.
Oh, you wrong for that,
Yeah,
man.
but like
You
sometimes,
You
like
wrong for that, man. You
show
can't.
me
You wrong for
clothes.
that.
Nah, I ain't wrong for that.
Why the kid can't have two daddies, man? You wrong for that,
That
bro.
ain't, hey,
You wrong for
What?
that, man.
Not
it's
being
not
What?
two
jealous.
daddies.
Why the kid can't have two daddies? You wrong for
That sounds
that.
like some Dave Chappelle stuff right here.
For real?
Not
Not
two
being
daddies like
jealous.
y'all
Two
tripping. Not two
daddies.
daddies like that. I'm talking about two daddies. Not come
Nah.
on, y'all tripping.
We know what you're talking about.
Y'all
I'm
fronting, man.
serious.
Come on, y'all.
Ain't no two daddies, there's a daddy and a stepdaddy.
Exactly.
I'm saying. I mean, dad all the same.
Uncle.
I mean,
He could be
dad-
Uncle Ron.
Daddy and Mr. Jones.
Yeah, he could be Uncle Razor.
I mean, we
Uncle
make too much.
Sean,
We
man.
make too much
Uncle
out of
Give
that
him some,
title, though.
give him some
I mean,
respect.
because
But
someone's
as
my
long as
daddy
the
don't make
child,
them
but as
do the
long
right
as
thing,
the-
right?
you know,
Nah,
there's
but
children
that's
that
a-
grow
Nah.
up and they consider they have, you know, two fathers or whatever. And, you know, I understand that, you know, it'd be like, no, I'm your only dad.
I mean,
But,
this the blended world, baby. Let's do this.
Nah, son.
you know,
I ain't
sometimes
rock
one is not always there. This one always there. So it's,
I ain't gonna rock it like that,
you
son.
know, because you always
I mean,
there, Sean. There's other fathers that
yeah,
are not, you know, that
Nah,
are
nah,
not there.
I'm talking about if that's the case, yeah, I understand why a kid will call somebody else daddy if the daddy is not around. But for me, what I'm saying is, you know, I'm okay with a kid calling. You know, I'm okay with my son saying, "Hey, he daddy." But remember now, he your daddy too now. And now you done told me that he your daddy.
So are you going to
Hey,
share the cost? You're going to share the cost.
He gonna share the cost of everything. I can't do that. Ask your daddy.
why does that? Why does it have to be monetary though? Why can't the kid just enjoy both people
Because
looking
that
out
ain't
for
his
him?
daddy.
Because that's not his daddy. And if you
Yeah.
have an active parent, you do not do that.
Exactly.
Like
That's
someone,
disrespectful.
and we're
Wait, so
saying, and
you
I'm gonna take
blame
it
on
a
the
step
kid if the kid
further.
wants to call both
No, I'm
people
gonna
daddy?
take it a step further. You know, like Cherie said, you know, I get it if you have an absent parent, right? But some women, their kids have had 3 daddies before they reach the age 18.
A lot of women.
You know what I
Not
mean?
some, a lot of women.
Yes.
Not just some. A
You
lot.
know,
More than we care to
their
talk
kids
about.
have literally had 3 daddies before they reach a certain age. And it's like, no, you don't let every man.
Yeah,
You
I've
don't
never
tell your
played
kids to call every man daddy
I
because
mean,
there's someone
I've
not
never
someone
played
there.
that.
Like that's not you gotta show them a structure of, you know what I mean?
So I'm gonna tell you something
What
about that.
a dad is
I don't think.
supposed to be like, if
Yeah,
anything.
I don't think a woman or anybody should tell a kid to call somebody daddy. That they should
I don't
feel
know.
that. They should feel like that person is behaving like a daddy. That should be a natural,
They be
organic
like, this
thing.
your new daddy.
No, this should be a natural. It should be
What's
organic.
that? Don't be a menace.
Yeah,
Y'all
that's
remember
what I'm
that
saying.
movie? Don't be a
It's how
menace.
you-
That's what I'm
Are
saying,
you my
Sean.
daddy?
It's
That's
how
what I'm
you introduce. This is how you introduce it though. Because and I'm
Yeah.
dealing with a chick,
Yeah.
young lady. I'm introducing my son to her as this is aunt such and such. 'Cause that's how I was grown in Jamaica. That we don't call step parents or step. You know, that it's auntie this or auntie Bev, auntie Joan, auntie Joanne. That's what the kids thought. That's how we can. Like, oh, your daddy dating your auntie? No, that's how we did it. We called the new wife or the new girlfriend auntie such and such. What you saying, OG?
No, I was saying, that somebody's calling somebody's daddy, and kind of how we look at it. I think it should be organic. It shouldn't be like a
Yeah.
person telling a kid you should call this person that. That doesn't feel right. It should be that they feel that love from that person, and that person's taking care of them like a father or a dad would. And
your child should ask you, can they?
It should be like that. I mean that. Because
What's up,
that is more
Bird,
natural,
how
and
dare
that's
you try to take advantage of Lolina because she doesn't have a shirt, Bird. That is so disrespectful. Lola, I'm picking up for you, Lola. Leave Lola.
Who was gonna do something so she could get a shirt last time? Who was that?
That was yeah. Hey, Bird. No.
That was Bird.
Somebody's gonna do something so she can get a shirt. Did they get to it?
Yeah. My bad for interrupt, Joji. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. So that, I mean, I understand it. I mean, the parent thing and the step parent or the other parent, or even if you're married or not. I mean, it's a touchy subject, and it's kind of hard to navigate that. And the two people, or four people that's involved, really have to be, decent people in their mind and not spiteful people, right? So, in a sense of, you and your girl broke up, or you and your wife broke up, and then there's another man, there's another woman. I think the parties on all sides need to consider the kids, right? And not think of themselves, their ego, in other words. The kid wants to call her mom or call him dad. That's not taking anything away from you. If you are there as a parent, as you should be, for whatever they need, if everybody's there for the kids going to be all right. But if everybody's fighting, talking about don't call them dad, don't call them mom, where does that leave the kids? I mean, adults are thinking about their own ego and themselves. Calling somebody a dad or a mom doesn't make you any less of a dad or a mom if you're doing what you're supposed to do. Because it's all about the kids at the end of the day. It's all about the kids at the end of the day.
I get what you're saying, but most kids that have an active father or active mother aren't gonna feel comfortable themselves. You know what I mean? Typically going to someone and saying,
that's what I'm saying.
Like I've heard that, but they'll be like, mommy number two. But most kids who have that active parent, that we're not talking about, you know what I mean? Like we're not talking about
but that's what I'm saying.
The norm.
So they're not going to do it lightly. That's my point.
Yeah, we talking about them. We talking about them people who just be throwing it out there, sure, man. There's always exceptions. You talking about the upper class exception? We talking about them people who throw that around just like it's a name tag. You know what I mean?
So for those people, let's talk about those people then.
Or people who are doing it spiteful, you know what I mean? Like they do it out of disrespect. They'll do it out of disrespect.
You do have times when kids, because not even out of disrespect, you have times when kids feel like I have to do this because their parents don't put a separation there.
Yeah, if mom's an a-hole.
Yeah, I've seen my friends' kids calling another man dad, but knowing good and well that this is their dad. And here's the thing: if your kid has the ability to understand the difference, it's supposed to be all about the kid. But you can't tell me I should also negate my feelings. I'm gonna have feelings. I'm gonna feel how I feel. You calling another man daddy, he's gonna have to take the responsibility of being a daddy too. You're gonna have to understand that I feel a way about it. If you're 2 years old, of course we understand that you don't understand that. I was telling Lola the other day that every time I walk, I do my walk/run, mostly walk. A young lady daughter comes out and call me daddy. Every morning I walk past there. It gets awkward. I think I told you that too, OG. It gets awkward.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is this? And she don't say nothing. She just, girl, come here. The other day, the kid was running out to me to the road, and I don't know what to do. I'm like, should I stop her from running or should I run?
You better get in there, daddy.
I'd be running.
But here's the thing: somebody like that don't understand. I'm talking about my 13-year-old son. I'm talking about, hey, dad, I'm going to dad's house. Okay,
Yeah.
is dad coming to pick you up? Because I ain't taking you.
I mean, so what if dad's coming to pick him up?
That's cool. I'm not gonna argue with my kids about what they want to do. When it comes to stuff like that, I put that in my mind a long time ago.
I understand what T said. I get what you're saying, T, about the
the girls that just be like,
about the girls that's out there.
This your daddy, like
kids
you don't know him a month.
I would never judge somebody and their, like when it comes to matters like that, you have to do it on a case by case basis. You know what I mean? Because some people, I completely get it. You know what I mean? I have a friend who raised, you know what I mean, some girls from herself, and they have a mom, but they still called her mom. You know what I mean? And so I get like case by case type of basis. But we're not talking about those rare situations where people rightfully and it works. We're talking about these people who just literally, are you my daddy? You know what I mean? They don't, you know, they just throw it around, or the people who do it out of spite. You know what I mean? Because there are people who literally, the woman leaves the man, you know what I mean? Or I'm just going to use that scenario. I'm not male bashing. I know you always think I'm male bashing, but you know, the woman leaves the man because he didn't do something right, or he was cheating, and when she leaves him, he gets with the woman he was cheating with, you know what I mean? And then he tries to start to, you know, downplay the mom, you know what I mean? Because he's hurt that she left him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's piss poor.
Or the yeah, but that's what happens. You know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, like we're parents, but unfortunately, we're humans first. You know what I mean? And that's what happens a lot, and it creates a snowball effect. You know what I mean? My energy drops off to you, and then we just challenging each other. You know what I mean? And for no reason, stupid stuff. You know what I mean? But we just trying to hurt each other because we didn't heal from the daggone relationship. And we didn't even know each other long enough to even have these daggone kids.
Be careful who you stick it to.
That's what
like we didn't even know each other. You know what I mean? It was a one night stand. You know, I told you guys.
If you can't see yourself having a kid with them, don't do it.
Listen, you guys are our leaders. Be more selective with your liquid gold. That's all I can say to that. Y'all are the leaders. Y'all supposed to lead us, so be more selective with that liquid.
It's both people's fault. No fault is greater to me.
Make the calculations. You should make a list. Can I see me with
I
this
don't know.
person?
I don't know you in 2 weeks, and you don't know me in 2 weeks. I should believe you. You got 8 kids. I should believe that you're
exactly. I got 8 kids already, and you still gonna come deposit. You know her womb is just as fertile. It's like grabbing. It's just like grabbing it.
Hey, don't make a statement up here. I don't want to click on it because she cussed, but I get the point what she's saying. Definitely. You know, she tried to comb Lola's baby locks out, and Lola like put the beats on. You know, Lola always talk about putting the beats on. I don't know what's wrong with Lola.
On that part, yes. Like yeah. I'm with you,
like
Lola.
It could be a challenge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's all in the eyes of the beholder, man. You have some people like with me. I'm not going to be in a situation where I'm always miserable if I got to be around. You know, you come. You know, you have free access to come to my place of domain. The moment you start making the person that live here with me uncomfortable, then that's the moment. Yeah, that's the moment you go meet us at Wawa, and we could drop the kids off and the quick interaction. As long as everything is good, you can come over. You can come go to the kids' room. I can sit down and have. I don't have any problem with that because you want your kid to feel comfortable at their parents.
You want to.
You want that whole. You know, we do a birthday party. Everybody is there. Everybody gather, we laugh, eat. Because we moved on. What you should be bitter with is the person that broke your heart or the person that made you feel stupid. Not the spouse, not the next lady, or not the situation of it all. And if you ain't reached that point in your life yet, then maybe you need to stay away. Maybe you need to do the drop off down the street. And
hey, I'm gonna tell you though, man, there's some women out there, man, that are just never gonna be respectful to the other woman, man. They just don't have it. They don't have it in them, man. They just don't have it
at all. And that's because they want that person. A lot
over there with your little family.
A lot of times,
happiness.
Yeah, a lot of times women are leave a man too, thinking he gonna come back and beg, or he gonna get it right, and that dude just move on, and then they hurt.
Her feelings is the worst thing, man.
Yes.
Yeah, they hurt. They really hurt, and let it go.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna
heal yourself.
And I'm not gonna say
love yourself.
I'm not gonna say women hurt more than men, or vice versa. I'm just saying a hurt person is not a great person to have to deal with.
Yeah, that's facts. All facts.
At all.
Yeah.
Because they're not thinking with the intention for everybody to work. They're thinking of the emotions of how they feel.
Thinking about themselves.
Yeah. So Yeah, I fully agree with you on that. You know, and the thing I was saying, I agree with Lola about, you know, you should always fight to see your kids. But the point I was trying to make is I shouldn't have to.
If you got to fight, that's something,
Yeah, you
something's wrong,
should.
I
man.
gotta
You
fight when I
should.
gotta fight, but I shouldn't have to fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you
Yeah,
should.
but you will fight. It's a lot. It's a lot of guys like I talk to, and they'll be like, "Oh, she won't let me see my kid." I'd be like, "Oh, well, did you go to court? Did you file it? Nah. Well, are you gonna? She's not gonna let you see your kid. So
Both
you
of us
and they're
kid.
like, "No, I ain't going through all that because I shouldn't have to go." You shouldn't have
See
to,
that's
but
see
that is
that's
your
lack of
child.
that's lack of intelligence though,
So
right?
you need to. A lot of women know that men aren't going to do that. You know what I mean? They bank off of that, and then they play
They
y'all.
know that certain
They
men are not
play
going to do
y'all.
that.
Yeah, they know who they dealing with. Because a woman who know that the man, she gonna abide by everything. She's
Just
like,
like in our, just like
because I done
our
seen men take women to court and get their kids. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Like I've
hurt
seen
people, hurt
men
people.
go
Listen,
and
it's not
snatch
hard.
them kids right on. It's not hard to
To
do.
see your kids. A
Mm-mm.
lot of people just don't know that.
Yeah.
Sometimes these particular judges in certain states make it hard because they realize they know they're doing you an injustice and they just doing it. But it's your
Mm-hmm.
job to put the proper representation around you so you can punish that judge when they do that. Because the
If they
law
destroy the black man, destroy the black family, that's what they
is
do.
over
That's their
y'all.
intention.
I've been in a
Mm-hmm.
courthouse with I've been in a courtroom with a friend before, and the lady was doing the same thing. The judge let her finish, and the judge said, "Hey, can I ask you something for a minute?" The kid, he's like, that's your kid's father, right?" She's like, "Yeah." So when you say my, do you mean y'all's kid or just?
Y'all.
He's like mine. He was like negative.
Now,
And
women do that though. Women do
Yeah.
that singular thing, like it's just about them. It's their kid, like they did it by themselves. It's their kid.
Mm-hmm. No, it's ours. It's ours.
I sometimes do that. Like, where are you taking my baby?
But that's different. No, they do it maliciously. They do it
Where you
maliciously.
taking my son?
Yeah, no, they doing it maliciously. They talk. Yeah,
He's not
Like,
used to all that.
I mean, I get up and say, "Where's my son? Or
Yeah,
where's my
Mhm.
daughter?" That's different.
Like you have some women where men pay child support. Men do everything they supposed to do, and they legit be like, "Look, I want to come get my child for the weekend," and women like, "Nah, that's my kid. I make the decisions." Like what?
Yeah,
That
you
no.
one guy to tell me that, and then we gonna show up at the courthouse, and I'm dropping a couple stacks on a lawyer, and I be in the courtroom. Do what you want.
Shoot, my
Mhm.
oldest
I got one time to play with me about mine.
That's what I mean. Like, yeah.
Play with you with your kid because it's our kid. I ain't gonna play with you your kid. You don't like something and you bring it to my attention, I'm gonna work on that. But you ain't gonna play with me either.
My oldest too, their dad tried to take me to court, but since he lived up in, up,
You gotta come down here.
He had to come down here. He thought that it was reverse.
Yeah, he
and
thought.
I'm like, no, but
it's where the kid
at first, yes, but at first, I don't know what he did, and it was a court date.
He gave him false address. That's all.
Yes, and when I'm so thankful that thing came to me, and I said it was like the same, like the next day, got in that car, was like this, and just yes, I'm here. He was looking at me like, no, she didn't. Yeah, because he thought because my car was in the shop, so he thought I called everybody. Who can give me a ride? Who can lend me the car? Who can lend me? Oh, I'll take you. Let's go. And was right in there like this. And he looked like he saw ghosts. He was...
Carrie just woke up. Talking about yo. Hey man, we're gonna need you to stay awake and keep up with the conversation. Uncle Carrie,
don't let me like that. Tell him that you was not asleep.
And then people need to look at too, like we talk about people who are taking care of these kids, but a lot of these people ain't taking care of these kids, and then they still reproducing. Like, where they do that at? Man, where do they do that at? Like,
for a few. Jesus,
like they ain't taking care of no kid, but they still able to reproduce. Like, did y'all not look? Did y'all not look at that?
The worst part is we can't stop them.
I don't even want to go with that conversation.
That's the worst part.
Leave it aside that
I want to start the flame. I want to start the flame, but the worst part is we can't stop, and they keep doing it, and they keep just messing these kids up.
Yes, it's
And
like
we
you
still,
really,
we just
really,
watch
really
them.
messing these people up. Like, come on now. Like, you are what you thought you was going to be the glue to make it work all of a sudden. Like, come on now. That dude got 12 kids with 11 baby mamas, and you
And
would not know he
you
had
have
it.
eight, you
You
have
wouldn't
eight
even
more
know
with
he
5
had
or
a
6
kid if
daddies.
you met him on the street. But
Exactly.
yeah, you gonna go ahead and you know what I mean? Like,
But you know what though? Women though, a lot of women though, they don't worry about if the guy's taking care of his kids, and that's a shame.
That's
Like
one.
that should be
they
a
blame
concern,
it on the
right?
woman. They blame it
Just
on
take
the
care of
woman.
my kid. Just take
Yeah,
care of the one you have with me.
exactly. They
Just take care of
don't even
mine.
wonder
Just
about
take care
that.
of
That's some
mine.
red
I
flags
mean,
people just dismiss, you know, because they
they don't
Flags
even wonder
all over
about
the
that. That's the
place.
craziness. They don't even wonder about, if
No,
so. Do you have kids? Why are your kids not here with you?
Like
Why
what
why why,
happened?
why don't see you going to look at your kids?
yeah.
Why don't see you doing that?
Why
I'm
when
You
you
just
come over
begging my
here,
dad
you
here.
never got your kids. You never on the phone with them. They never calling you.
I mean,
You never
that should
Okay,
calling
be
them.
so
that's a red flag.
a
where
red
is my
flag
kid
of
That's a
at?
having
big
a
one.
kid
Where they
is
at? What?
if
Where
you've
they
never
live?
met,
Where's the
if
mama?
you've never seen him interact with his family, if you've never seen him interact with his kids, you should not be having no kids with him.
That's
Like,
the thing. If y'all ain't already successful, you got a few, and he got a bunch. I shouldn't be in. Don't be intertwining, man. Just be friends.
That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, I don't want to be that person, that guy that does that or say that, but it's the truth though. If you can barely take care of what you are working with, why are you gonna bring a whole nother 3
more
or
into the
4
world.
children into that mix? That doesn't make sense. If you're
Mhm.
struggling or I'm barely making it together, we might explode.
Lola up
That
here
don't make
telling
a lot of
lies.
sense.
Lola took the night off to be at. I'm gonna tell the truth. Lola took the night off to be at a bar drinking right now. That's what she.
What? She called in sick.
Yeah.
She was
called
coughing
in
earlier today.
I'm sick.
She's coughing since yesterday, right? Or Tuesday night she was
sick.
coughing. She was coughing Tuesday night.
She already had it planned out. But that's what happened a lot, man. Another thing that we overlook too. We talk about the man sometimes, but we gotta talk about the women too. How about the women that got about 4 or 5 kids, but only have one,
Yeah.
closing off with one, like they only got one. Like, where you do
Some
that
of
at?
them don't have none. Some of them, their kids be living with their grandma,
Yep.
and the grandma raising the kid. They out here running amok, and the man still gonna go ahead and bust up in her too. Like, come on now.
I respect women that, because I understand that men are trifling. I understand the stuff that we do. I mean, we see it around that guys don't take care of their kids. But you have to take in consideration about yourself too, man. You can't be like, oh, he should have known. No, you should have known better.
Exactly.
You should have known that this dude don't take care of his last 8 kids. What do you think? Number 9 gonna be the charm?
Stop letting these dudes slide for one night, man. Stop it. Be more
This is-
respectful of
this is-
yourself.
I hope
Come
ain't
on.
nobody from Chicago up here but Sharp, man. Don't let these dudes, you just gonna let them slide like that. But in Chicago terms, they busting, but it ain't a nut.
These dudes be slipping and sliding, man.
Yes.
Yes, they just
Not to have no bunch of nope. Ain't no way.
Facts.
Ain't no way, my boy. We not having not enough.
They down with OPP, man. Other people's privacy, man. They gotta stop that, man. They gotta stop.
We gotta realize.
Mess around it. The new girlfriend she done seen the baby mama, and she's like, oh, she's crazy. She's crazy. She's crazy. He's good. She's crazy. Next thing you know, she got a kid. Now she the 9th baby mama going to birthday parties that he ain't at.
I mean, that's why we all talking about.
They got have reunion shows just to get the kids together. Like,
birthday party, because your good for nothing daddy won't take you. So
Yeah.
I got birthday party.
and you'll see that. I know y'all have seen that where all the baby mamas get together and they hang out, and the kids are cool, and the kids are getting raised, and the baby mamas is there and the daddy's still absent. Well, y'all all are a classic example of how did it get this far. You know what I mean? Baby mama 1, baby mama 2. Maybe I'm not even gonna blame.
I mean,
it's baby mama 3. She's sliding, but 4, 5, 6.
It's learned behavior though. So let's be clear about that. That's learned behavior. That's just generations of that cycle is going. So somebody has to break it. I mean,
that has to do with I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna put it on us women. A lot of that has to do with us women thinking we can outdo the other woman. You know what I mean? That's how a lot of these guys get away with that kind of stuff. We always want to outdo the other woman and think,
Yep.
Because well,
something wrong with her.
because
It's
they think
not.
that
It's,
stuff, they think that stuff's gonna hold guys.
they
That
think
stuff
that
don't hold guys.
like, that she got this, or she, like, well, I could do
Look at
this,
me,
I
I
could do.
got a
Nah,
mail. Look at what I
nah.
got.
Nah, if it walk like a duck and it talk like a duck, it's a duck. And I don't
It's
care how much you take it in your
absent.
house, it's not gonna become a turkey on Thanksgiving. Okay, y'all gonna be eating a duck.
Duck. I mean, a duck might be a little bit more fancier than a turkey.
Yeah, that's how most of these F boys get away with the majority of the stuff they get away with. And I ain't talking about reasonable men, I'm talking about these F boys. Is these women going into competition with each other when he playing all of y'all dummies. All of y'all are sitting there looking like dummies. He's sitting there like the winner, and y'all are fighting each other looking dumb.
But you know what I see is crazy though? These dudes be getting some nice girls too, and they mess them up and have them around the trash girls too.
Listen,
That's
man.
what I said in the last one. That's why I said in the last episode, quality over quantity. You know what I mean? You have to look
exactly what
at
happened, man.
you have to look at what your man done dealt with before you making your man. Look at his past. If his past look like
You got
a whole project on his
the one
own,
before you was trash. You can't look at it as a one-time thing. You got to go back further to figure what's going on.
listen. People gotta have quality with them. You know what I mean? Like you know what you're dealing with, man.
I think that as Trey said it up there, hurt people. You got a lot of times that you got a lot of times that these dudes get these because you got. I'm not going to really say what T and Sharpman say, because I see dude that they just rumble. A box is a box to them. Whether it's pretty or ugly, it's a box. And they shooting it up. Whatever it is.
That's just lack of self-respect on that one.
So
exactly. Men need to have more respect for themselves.
What I'm saying.
They run around.
That liquid gold.
They run around and they make things. They do things. My thing is now, after you destroy this girl, she on social media talking about how she got to rebuild herself. She rebuild that. Then it's a cycle for them. They keep going through the same cycle, growing to not understand that you're participating in the destruction of yourself.
Oh,
making
definitely.
making the excuse that man doing this to me, but
some women love to be victim. Some women, a lot of women love to be victim.
Yeah.
A lot of them love to be victim. You know what I mean? And they jump from relationship to relationship, making excuses of what the man did instead of looking at, like that, the lack of accountability with people. You know what I mean? Like, you have to look at your own toxic traits. You know what I mean? Like, if you keep getting fooled by a different face, then it's evident you are the problem. And you need to take a break from dating, evaluate yourself. You're right. You need to rebuild yourself and learn to love yourself before you get into another relationship. Because it's not always the man's fault.
Some of them don't understand that. They think that, by portraying victim, they're going to get which it does work sometimes, because there's a lot of girls that we've seen and they get on all these social medias and, I tried my best and I did this. And
it will always work.
And I never had a father to love me. And I'm looking love in all the wrong places. Not after you have 8 kids, honey, or 7 or 6.
Here's the story what she said, Cherie. It all resolved back around to you. I choose this. Yeah, my dad wasn't around, so that's why I did this. My daddy wasn't around, so that's why.
Well, you don't click in their head. They're saying
that's a perpetual excuse, though, right? Because if you in your mind can say that you can do better, you can stop and think. If I know that I'm doing this because of that, then I can stop. If you realize that you're doing it, you're saying that you're doing it.
They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they are doing. Like, some people just love to be a victim. They love the attention they get from being a victim. They continue to run in the middle of the street and get hit by a car because they want to be a victim. You know what I mean? Like that.
And complain like
That's
they saw the car.
yeah. You know what I mean? Now they're not the victim. The victim are the new people who fall victim to their victimness and are sitting there entertaining it. You know what I mean? Like if you've been around a person long enough and in 1 year they've had 3 different relationships and they're crying about the relationship, you know what I mean? That's come on now, something wrong with you. But someone who just came in at the end of the year and they're only seeing relationship one and they're like only hearing the stories, like they gonna fall victim for it, and that's all people do. They change the circle, because they don't want to be around the same people who are gonna be, call them on it. So they'll change the circle. They'll move around to people who are gonna, continue to allow them to be a victim. That's just how it goes. Eventually people are gonna be like, okay, you're not a victim no more. So what do they need to do? They need to find new victims to play victim to.
I mean, these people find that people that just kind of echo back to them what they want to be, right? So they look for the people that agree with them being a victim. So
that's why they love social media.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they love social media. You know what I mean? Because social media is like exposure to the utmost. You know what I mean? Like everyone can see it. And you can't keep calling your small circle of friends crying to them because they eventually gonna be like, "Girl, boo, bye, bye, bye." Yeah, but when you go on social media, you know what I mean? Everybody's gonna be there like, oh, just because it's a sad story.
You get the wrong set of people together. There's no diversity of thought, right? So that's what happens to them. They all just pass around the same nonsense to each other, and they all embrace it and wash over, each other. So, yeah.
There's nobody in the group.
You have a whole clique of victims.
Nobody gonna say that's nonsense.
Everybody's a victim in the group. Exactly. Everybody's a victim in the group. We're all a bunch of victims, and we all gonna, congratulate each other. Misery loves company.
They don't have nobody.
Misery loves company. You got a whole gang of miserable women who are sitting there telling each other they're right when they are dead wrong.
And some people just like drama. Some people just like drama. I mean, if things are too calm, they're uncomfortable. If things are too good, they look for something to make it.
I used to be a negative person. I used to be one of those people, man. I'm not gonna lie.
For you today.
Yeah, like I completely, but I used to legit be one of those negative people. You know what I mean? I could find something bad in anything. You know what I mean? And it took someone. It took me coming across an opposite. I came across the opposite female. You know what I mean? She actually on my back right now. She was the total opposite. You know what I mean? I was negative at Nancy, and she was positive Patty. You know what I mean? And she showed me that, but some people don't, they come from a home where that's all they hear, like that can be learned behavior too.
It's definitely learned.
You come from a home where, they don't teach you how to be happy and graceful. And
it's like people can have a discussion without being disagreeable. They can't say, we don't disagree. It doesn't have to be, contentious though. We don't disagree.
Exactly.
Yeah. We can be up here and we can go at it hard, but at the end, I'm be like, okay, I take your point. I take your point, but I don't disagree with it. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. Exactly. I don't agree with it.
Exactly. For me, it's I love a debate. I call it a conversation piece. After it's finished, I don't care about it because
some people are mad and they hold it and they walk away still mad.
Still mad.
Who the MF talking to?
Read that right there for us, T.
Yeah.
You know what I hate? When a woman knows this guy has kids he doesn't take care of, go off and have a kid by him, and then later in life wants the new man to be a father to her child. Absolutely correct.
That's what we were saying. Where's his kids at? Is he taking care of them? You haven't seen him on the phone talking to them. You haven't seen him visiting them. He hasn't told you, hey, my son is in kindergarten. Oh, hey, my son is about to go to middle school. Guess what? I got to go to his graduation. You don't hear none of that, but he got about 3 or 4 kids. Nope. And he's over here shacked up with you, and you letting it happen, and you're about to have a kid by him now.
I think what he was more so talking about was like, women who have a deadbeat dad and they expect their new man to be a perfect dad, but they don't have that same, expectation from the deadbeat dad.
When you got these guys that are on Father's Day, they trying to get some buns when they supposed to be with their kids. Hey, you
Yeah.
what you doing? What you doing today? Bringing my son to go see his daddy. What you mean? I'm doing today. What you doing today? You ain't gonna see your kid? Like, he trying to get some buns from. You supposed to be spending time
with your child.
They don't.
You worried about getting some instead of spending time with your child.
And it's not a red flag to these women. You got a dude. He got 5 kids already. He barely take care of them. He's gonna all of a sudden take care of yours.
Exactly.
Yeah, because they got that thing between their legs that is more magical than the leprechaun and his pot of gold. Like women really think that
people gotta
really
stop thinking with that. Everybody gotta start thinking.
That's what they
with
think.
Their real mind. With their real mind. Let that real brain work for you. Stop thinking with those parts.
That's the modern day man and woman.
Yeah.
That was our main topic. That's where their brain is. Their brain is between their legs. Stop letting that thing
twitch when you walk by you. Stop letting that thing twitch when you walk by you. Stop.
Hey, Lou, Lou, it's Halloween coming up, so we done put on a little.
Yeah, playing game that I walk on, yeah.
Yeah, we role playing. You can't really tell by the left side of the screen, but
no, yeah.
What are you trying to say?
I'm a podcaster.
With a robe.
I'm saying it's a pandemic. I'm saying it's a pandemic.
I thought you were Hugh Hefner. That's what I thought you were with your robe. I thought it was a black Hugh Hef, but
all Hefner in here. Lou said the topic is Lou is talking about modern day men versus modern day women, and we start correlating to different subjects in the topic. Right now we reached to a point where we're talking about basically like having kids and parental being absent parents, being in kids parents not being in their kids' life, having kids with people that not going to be in the kid's life, but still have kids with them anyway. Having 5 kids already and decide, hey, this dude got 15 kids over here. Why not have 2 more? It's just let's finish the football and basketball team. We try and make it happen. So, and I'm not trying to disrespect any woman or anybody. If you want to have 1,000 kids, that's all on you. Do what you must. What I'm trying to say is don't come up on social
media. Don't be complaining to us.
Having 1,000 kids because you're not helping the kids.
We need to say it. Stop it because you're hurting these kids. We're gonna tell them stop because they're hurting the kids.
Listen. We can't come up here and equivocate. We can't come up here and say one thing and say, oh, they're not taking care of the kids and they have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 baby daddies.
Listen, man, if you already got 10 kids. And the dude you just met got 10 kids, and you decide to have 2 more. You think you're gonna listen to me telling you not to have more kids?
Wait. Are you giving up?
Yeah, it's a wrap.
They trying to be.
I wouldn't die on. That ain't the hill I'm trying to die on. That's all.
I wouldn't die on it either.
I'm definitely gonna shoot me down on that hill because I ain't gonna win. There more kids coming out of that situation.
But you know what I'm curious about, and maybe I'm just a little slow sometimes. What is driving these people? What is the driving force behind what they're doing?
I don't know.
I'm curious. I really want to know. I really want to talk to somebody and find out. You have 10 kids. He's got 10. Why would you have 2 more? I'm curious. I really genuinely want to know. Honestly, I really want to know. I really want to know.
I guess some people feel like they're here to perform. I remember I had a young lady told me one time, right? And I hope she's not listening because she listens to the podcast. I hope she don't take it personal. But no one knows I'm talking about you. So she told me that having kids, the person that she was with, she didn't want to be with the person anymore. So, but she was still having kids for this person. And her thing was maybe God just want me to be bear kids. And I'm like, no, that's not God.
What?
Huh?
So now we're saying it's God now?
Yeah,
Were they married?
No, they were living together and they were in
God also said he wanted you to be married.
I thought what I thought he was gonna say was
he just said
she wanted to just have kids with the same person. Now,
Oh,
that's
no.
what
Yeah, I
I
could get that. You know,
She didn't want to be in a
same baby
relationship
daddy.
anymore. She just didn't know how to end the relationship. But every year she was showing up pregnant, and I
Oh.
guess it was like that with him too. He didn't want to be with her anymore. He was making up excuses, doing stuff or whatever, but he was still getting pregnant. So I'm like, you know, in my head, because I don't.
There's a such thing called birth control.
I think
Yeah,
it's
that's what I'm curious
It's
about.
called
They do have birth control.
plan.
Mm-hmm.
come on, man. Why use birth control when you just can have 15 kids? That's stupid. Why
Yeah,
would
that
Makes too much sense, I guess.
Yeah, why would
because
not
I mean,
make
like
sense?
to me, just to me as a woman, you know I don't want to be with this man, and eventually something's gonna have to give, and it's not gonna work out. So why would I put myself in a predicament to be a single mother of all these children? You know what I mean? Like that right there just doesn't make sense. Okay, you're with him, things happen, you know. 1, 2, 3. There's birth control, or don't sleep with them. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna sleep with somebody, you know what I mean. Like I that's what like
There's a
I've
lot of
come
recklessness
across
out
women
there.
who don't believe in birth control. You know what I mean? Absolutely get it. Absolutely get it. What you put in your body is your choice.
Mhm.
But
So
how you not gonna believe in
condom?
birth control, but you gonna believe in putting random penises in you, and you getting knocked up, and then
Not randos.
wondering like something has to give. Like, don't have sex. You know what I mean? Like, that's birth
Condoms?
control.
Condoms?
Abstinence is birth
Yeah,
control. You
that's
know what I
absolutely.
mean? Like,
I agree. Your body, your choice. My money.
yeah, I get it. You know, because like I'm very funny
I
about,
mean, my
you know.
That's why they never get a modern man. That's why.
No,
That's
they got a
exactly why.
modern man.
That's why they never get one.
They
He
never
got
get a real
pregnant.
man. They get one of these beach, because like Lou would say, you know. Yeah, look.
No, like it
At
just.
times in
Mm-mm.
life, you make mistakes, right? But once you start getting of age, you start becoming an adult. Like I said earlier in the conversation before Lou and Sharp Man and hey Kerry, you need to join in the conversation. Before that, you know, you make a mistake. You were young, met a guy, you thought he was, was gonna be the one. Bam, a baby comes. Okay, understandable. It didn't work out. Second time, this was a longer relationship. Maybe you got married, didn't work out. Move on. The third time, that's your fault.
Mm-mm.
Ain't nobody else fault. It's your fault. You got you got women that got track records picking guys. You got men that have track record picking women that they know ain't nothing. They have no substance, no nothing. They just there. They just there to collect. Like we was talking about last week when the guy said, "I'm supposed to chase you to pay your bill."
Yes.
I mean, yes.
Where do you find these dummies at? Where
Yeah,
do they find them
I'm
at?
supposed to chase you to pay your bill. Like, really?
Mm-mm.
Man, that's that foolishness
Wow.
that's out there.
A lot of these guys ain't even paying bills. You know what I mean?
Who is
Like,
former
but these girls are
Matter
getting
of fact,
knocked
a lot
up.
of the ones they getting
blaming on
pregnant for, a lot of those chicks getting
The
pregnant,
ones
those
that
guys
getting
can't pay
pregnant,
bills.
they're not even
Yeah,
paying bills. You know what I mean?
exactly.
To be honest, you
They,
know.
they them
To
independent
be
women
honest.
with their mama and got 3 or 4 roommates and
Mm-hmm.
they still party every week and still be complaining about nobody don't want to watch my kids. I'm just trying to go. I'm just trying to get some free time. Ain't nobody told you to have them.
But and that's the thing though. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why are you having children if you don't want to take care of them? Why?
Oh,
They're
you
not like a
missed it.
five.
You
They're not
missed
a
it
five.
early. You missed it earlier, short man. For
What's
some
up?
strange reason, here, even in 2021, there are still women who believe that if they get pregnant by a man, he's gonna stay with them.
Oh my gosh, really?
What you mean that don't
Is
work?
that still a thing?
You mean that
That's
don't
still a thing. That's why this
Still
is
a thing?
still going on. It's still
work?
like they really believe that a baby is gonna
They
save the
think
relationship.
they
Like,
think the box and the baby gonna hold them.
the boss
I
and the
thought
baby is still gonna save the relationship. You know what I mean?
They
Dang.
say
And
if the
then you
box
have a
can't hold
lot
the
of
baby
women.
still, huh?
You have a lot of women who feel
That's
like
crazy.
if they rush into, you know, providing this home for this man, he gonna all of a sudden become like, listen, man, you cannot dress up trash and think
Listen,
it's gonna be
most of these guys already know their
it's gonna
intentions.
be
So these
something
guys,
like,
listen, so these
no,
guys
these
know,
girls know they got trash. We know we
yeah,
got trash. We know the red flags. Listen,
yeah.
we know it, women. We know it. You
Guy
need to
knows
stop
the
making
intention. He
excuses.
knows he want a piece of that box. He gonna do what he gotta do to get it. And heck, she might get pregnant. His intention is to walk away already. He didn't want to be there anyway. So his mind, he didn't want to come to have a kid, so he's gonna leave anyway. It's just a matter if she's gonna run him down, chase him, make him pay child support, or fight him all the time. It's just a matter of what's gonna happen afterwards. But he already know what he wants to do.
Shouldn't have been him with him in the first place.
You can tell when it's going sour. There's no more little hearts under the picture. No more love. No more loves.
No more
love hearts, and no more tag in the situation that's going on. You out.
I'm glowing.
You out. Yeah. No more of that. And you like, And ladies, that's usually the cue for us to jump in your inbox and act like we care that this dude just broke your heart.
Oh, what happened?
Soon as you start saying online, like, oh man, he left yesterday.
Yep.
He did. What did he do?
Then your friends start saying, girl, don't forget about him.
To you. I will never do that to you.
Lou say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
Lou said, itty boo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it just
big gun to use to say.
It's crazy. Hey, Dre, they say, when exactly did having a lot of kids become such a bad thing? It's not really a bad thing. I know you're being sarcastic.
After the 2000s. After the 2000s.
But when you're having a lot of kids with about 100 different people, it kind of get a little, you know.
Yeah. Little, like.
Yeah.
Oh, these
we're not talking about the husband and wives that, you know, if y'all sitting there and y'all got 20 kids and y'all is working it out, we are so happy for y'all. We are not talking about y'all.
Because I know
this is our Thursday, okay?
They have kids.
We talking about the good people on Hot Topic Tuesday. You know, this R&R. We talking about them ratchet folks.
Yeah.
We talking about the ratchet folks.
When I came on, I gotta admit, I did go the wrong direction. So pardon me for that. I forgot it wasn't Tuesday.
Short man came in. He came to class late and tried to, you know.
I came and tried to make sense.
Righteous up. He tried to put some righteous in there. We ratchet already.
I tried to sprinkle a little bit.
We righteous in the beginning. You came in way too late. We talking about the ratchet people.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you, man, it's a rough situation when it comes to this type of conversation, man, because you know, we have a curse on this generation going into the next, where, you know, you have people that feel like, you know, I've seen women post this for years now. I'm daddy and mommy. No, you just mommy without you know, you're just a single broad without a dude. That's all you is. You're not mommy and daddy.
I mean that's the thing people been saying. I mean, I get what they're trying to say.
I don't.
But you're not really that. But you're not really that.
Yeah, I don't get it. You're not that.
No. I deleted a lot of people. I've lost a lot of people on Father's Day every year behind this same thing. You know what I mean?
You're feeling both roles.
You're not about to be on my friends list telling your homegirl Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, like get out of here.
You know, get out of here. You know, my cousin did it this
year. That's like the Beyond stuff, right?
Yeah, no, that's like
that Beyond stuff. That Beyond stuff.
You can't really.
I think too many parents try to be friends with their kids, and it just ruined. Just ruined. I don't even know where to begin. I can't even say it's that.
Oh boy.
Broken homes did it. That's how we got to this generation we in now, I guess.
Oh my, get off. Oh my god.
Damn. Because if they had it in there, then they wouldn't be having all these babies. Maybe they need to swallow.
Lord, and then she gonna back it up.
They
Wow.
need to swallow instead of letting it go down there. You know, that's birth control.
I do too. I hate that new dance. I hate it. I hate when they be like, "Happy Father's Day to me," because no, sit down somewhere. Like, be
You're
quiet.
not the daddy. What happened? Some of the times,
I have never seen, and I know a lot of single fathers, a lot of good single fathers. I actually live next door to one. I know a lot of them, but I have never, ever, 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 ever heard one man on Mother's Day talking about, I want to give a special Mother's Day shout out to all the single fathers out there who's doing their thing.
Because it would be ridiculous.
No, women, stop. Oh,
you know,
oh my God.
you chose a bum to be a baby daddy, and you have to deal with the consequences.
And we all sit in front of you. Everybody up here knows somebody like that, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We sit in front.
We all do.
And we're not.
We know a couple. We probably all know a couple of
people.
We not went on to. Or we poop.
That's what I just knew Short Man was coming in tonight as. I ain't even gonna lie. I just knew he was gonna be the poo-poo man tonight. I thought we were gonna have a poo-poo emoji head, and that was gonna be Short Man. You let me down tonight, Short Man.
I couldn't find a poo-poo costume.
You could at least came in your onesie. It could have been James.
Yo, hey, y'all got
KJ Evans.
I'm gonna catch y'all.
Dynamite.
Yo, y'all that right. Y'all know that, right? Y'all that right.
Listen, at some point, we got to start fending for. That's why I respect a lot of my friends that have daughters, how they're so strong in their daughter's life. I hear my friends saying stuff and doing stuff and trying to be motivational to their daughters, saying changing the way how they operate, changing the way how they move around their daughters because they don't want their daughter to fall in the trap. Because listen, man, we know that we do messed up stuff, but shouldn't you know that too?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
If I'm a big red flag walking around, I got 6 kids, 6 different baby mama. I ain't taking care of none of them. What's the?
And I'm gonna open my legs to you.
Yeah,
like
now you gonna
24-hour diner.
7. You gonna make 7 and think that what? Now you gonna be on Facebook talking about I wasn't no good. You thought that I loved you. Never.
She gonna try out. I told you that's that women competition. She gonna try and outdo all the other baby mamas.
Looking like this.
You know what's messed up?
It's so true.
It's already sad enough that no one cares about Father's Day, but still they want to take that from us.
Yeah.
Sad, man.
Very sad. Very sad. And the women that do that, y'all so sad.
Yep.
So sad. Y'all just say it. Just sad.
Poo-poo on you.
Just sad.
So I like that, Luke.
Oh no, whatless.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh no, whatless.
You can't tell me happy.
Oh, really?
Be a mother. I can't fill the shoes of a mother. Only thing I'm taking care of my child. I'm doing what I do as a parent to make the child, because sometimes it's better for the child to be with the father because the father's probably in a better situation. You have parents that will never give their kids up because like Sharpman was saying, it's not for the best interest, it's for your pride, it's for your thing. At any point that I feel like the best thing is for my kid to be somewhere else because they'll be better in life and they'll be more safer. You out of here, dude.
If I'm struggling, ain't no way my kid's gonna struggle. I'm sorry. I can't do that. I can never do that. If I can't do it and the father is, you know what I'm saying, then good. But you can't be selfish with your children. If you're not able to do nothing for your kids and there's somebody else that can, let them.
Yeah.
And the worst part is they won't.
No, it's
because they're hurt and they're using that child as a, you know what I mean, as bait, basically. You know, that's the bait. That's the bait they have, you know.
Yep.
So sad. So sad.
Let's take a quick commercial break. Tomorrow night, at the C Center. Dutty Dex, the mayor of Miami, would be in the building. It's gonna be a Halloween costume mask party. You can come wear whatever you want to wear. You don't got to put on a costume. You don't have to wear a mask. You just got to come ready to party and have a great time. Dutty Dex is the orchestrator of music. He's one of the few Jamaican DJs I know playing American and reggae club at different points because he's versatile. You know, you have some guys say they're versatile. Ha ha ha. This guy is versatile. I've heard him play in a hip hop club, and you would never know that he's a Jamaican. And you hear him play in a Jamaican club, you would never know that he plays hip hop like that. This is probably the most versatile DJ I've ever met in my life. He's the mayor of Miami for a reason. There's a lot of guys there, but they ain't called the mayor. And he's gonna be here tomorrow night, shelling down the place.
I can't
Get your
wait.
ticket. It's gonna be crazy. The AGP fam gonna be there live again and in full effect.
You might see me, the cat again, okay? I'm like, this time I'm probably getting nails. So you can.
I'm coming as the Fresh Prince of. Nah, I'm never gonna come as the Sweet Prince.
I'm coming as a streaker.
Oh wow.
Yeah, jokes.
Got my trench coat ready.
Not saying anything.
You see, everybody got silent.
Not falling for banana in the tailpipe trick. Not falling for banana in the tailpipe trick. No, not falling for it. No, not gonna do it.
People's like,
Not gonna do it.
So it's safe to say that finding you a modern day man is trash because the average modern day man is just a guy that pays all your bills and let you run over him. To me, average modern day women is just somebody that wants you to take care of everything that they got.
That's not.
I
don't think the men are that way. I think it's more the manly woman and the girly man. The men ain't paying no bills.
That's unfortunately that's not true. Why
you don't really have to provide it?
They get
you don't really have to provide
these guys to pay their bills.
Yeah, but those are sugar. Those are modern day women getting older sugar daddies to cover that.
I know the dude. You know, there's dudes out here that have a bankroll.
Yeah, they're
bankrolling these.
I'm not saying they don't have no bankrolls
because that's what they seem fit. You know, the game is messed up. With me and the guys talk about this a lot. The game is messed up because you have some women that automatically see where you live, see what you drive, and she's accustomed to just saying, "Oh, I want that." And the dude that she was dealing with before would do it for her, which the next dude is saying like, yeah, right. Well, I'm gonna go put you in a position to win. What am I getting out of it?
Lola said
I'm trying to have sex.
All about self, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah. You want me to buy you the newest Christian Louis Vuitton heels, and then when the dude tell you he can't afford it, he broke. But you sleeping on the mattress.
These modern day men want you to pay half on the date, take you back to your crib, and give you some free pie.
I don't think that's modern day man. I think that's just some doodle you found in the water.
No, that's what this younger generation guys. Okay, it's just me. I hear this from a lot of women though. You know what I mean? And
that could be true, but the fact.
Yeah, I'm not. Especially this younger generation. You see it all over Twitter. You see it all over Instagram where these guys are demanding half. Like that's modern. Like real men my age don't do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? They won't raise that. It was raised as the man and take you out on a date. Like we're seeing men become the women, not just in the sense of.
I don't know about the date stuff. I don't know anybody that asks for half on dates unless they just don't like you. If they ask you for half on the date,
you don't like
check social media out sometime on it. You'll see. You just Google the memes itself because I'm
sure that happens. But
that's what happens nowadays.
Find a dude that want to take you on a date and tell you that you're gonna have to pay half. It's because he don't want you. You have no real interest in you. You might got to the date and realize that you're trash also. So he's like, man, I'm not about to waste my time here. I'm not, Hey, you got your half? Oh, you gonna wash dishes then? Because I got my half.
Yep, I got
I mean,
mine. I'm a
I've
baby.
only had one guy say it to me, but I
Yeah,
hear
I
a lot
mean,
of people talk
I mean
about it
that's kind of
nowadays.
tacky to
It's a big
really come out and say something
discussion.
like that. That's kind of tacky. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if the woman offers, or if she's the one that suggests the date, then maybe she already has the funds and that's what she want to take you out. Maybe,
Yeah, a lot
But
of
if
these
you're
guys.
taking out, and y'all going out together, you should have your stuff together. If you
Yeah.
don't be taking
Go,
nobody out. Stay home.
That's the old school method. You know what I mean? Most people our age are that way, but like again, like that's the newer thing.
But I
That's
mean,
kind of
maybe they're
like
doing that because
guys
they
are
don't
like,
have
why
it.
should I go
Yeah, they
out?
don't have it.
Why should I go out and take a girl and spend this money and not even know if why is it my responsibility? Like guys are actually asking that question. Why should I pay for a date if I don't even know it's gonna work out with this girl?
I'm sure those guys exist, but
Yeah.
my young boys.
I don't know them. You know what I mean? And if I knew them, I'd correct them. But it
My
is
young
a
boys
big
that I know,
shame
they
now.
call it tricking. And it's like, boy, they're like, big bro, I'm about to go tricking tonight. I'm like,
they like you women so independent. Why you don't pay for your own meal? You know what I mean? Like
well,
that's kind of how it's
at some
turned
point,
to.
if you come off to somebody as you big baller shot caller, they might say that to you. But you do have abrasive people from both sides of the sex aisle, male and female. You might have a female that you have a female that might look at a guy that drives a Honda Civic and feel like he don't have the world when
when he probably do have it, and it's just he don't want to. He just don't waste his money on cars.
Exactly. Then you
probably would spend money on properties.
And then you have a guy that have a Mercedes Benz and don't have another dime to his name, and you trick you out of your panties, and you thinking that I always lead back to this meme I see on Facebook that I love. It's like everybody seems so financially stable until you're in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm big baller shot caller until we together, and I need $40 to help pay the rest of this light bill. Like, yo, what you got on my light bill? Yeah. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. I think the short man always say two things can be true at the same time. There's guys that's doing that. That's out there, and there's also guys that are making sure, because I know my young boys, I know what they call it. Tricking. I know that's what they call it. They be out here talking about big crowd. I'm tricking tonight. Boy, if you don't stop.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
My internet acted crazy.
Yeah, it was froze for a while.
I was froze for a minute. Did I have an ugly face? Was it a bad freeze?
We screenshot it.
Yeah,
I'm just joking.
As long as it wasn't a bad one,
I'm just joking. Hey, that's the other thing that made me nervous. I'd be like, somebody screenshot me in a bad way, be like, make a meme out of it. Don't do
I
that.
just be like, when it get frozen, I wouldn't be looking all crazy, because then the screen is just stuck on that ugly face.
Who did that?
Huh?
Ooh, Lou hit something. Lou said most of this. That's what I was leading the race. Most of this is caused by modern day manly women, forcing the issue of trying to tell. I kind of agree with you here, Lou. I hear it all the time. Independent. I don't need a man. I don't need a man to do this. Especially, what I hear it from? Semi-middle class women that have a decent job, that's making some money, but they still live with their parents, or they still on the backbone of something. So they don't realize. Oh no, I'm not disrespecting them. Then they don't realize that now when you go on your own, that good money that you was making being at home, now that good money got to survive by itself. Now that good money don't look so good now that you got to pay rent, you got to pay for your car, you got to pay light, you got to pay for cable, you got to pay your phone bill, you got to pay insurance, you got to pay water, you got to pay everything on the sun. Everything is your sole responsibility.
Sewer,
food, everything you got to pay for. All of a sudden,
everything.
That independence seems just not so independent anymore.
Not that attractive.
I don't see how you can live with anyone and say that you're independent.
And
That
I
don't even
don't see
make
it
sense.
either, T, but it happens. I hear it a lot. I've talked to a
Even in
young lady. She
songs.
told me
Even in
that.
songs.
That's like being in a relationship with your husband. Say I'm an independent.
Yeah, I'm doing my own
I'm an
thing, man.
independent girl.
I don't need no man. I doing
Now
my
I can see if like I
business
can see if
stuff.
like y'all have you have
Switch over.
roommates, you know, some I don't
Even
know.
then, is you independent? Then you might be on your way, but
But
all
you
you
still paying your bills, you know what I mean?
yeah, but you ain't. It's divided.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you still paying all your portion of your rent,
yeah,
you
that's what
know.
I'm saying. You
And
might be
depending
on
on
your
where
way.
you staying at, it could be costly. So I wouldn't, you know.
You could be on your way to independence because when you think of independence, I'm thinking soul. Your soul,
Yeah, you still soul cuss
no.
taking care of your share, you
Because if
know.
you short on your bill, both of y'all gonna be out. Your roommate gonna have to pick up that slack, or y'all both gonna be outside on your rumper steel skin.
That is for sure.
You when I say independence, I mean you don't have a secondary party that can cushion you if anything happens. That's why you
Mm-hmm.
got a roommate, because that roommate is able to cushion you something happen. That roommate is able to cushion the next half of the rent. That's not me being independent. It's a form of independence because yes, we're on our
I
own.
can understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
know.
can dig that. But you definitely not independent live with your mama or your daddy.
No,
I'm sorry.
no, that's not
I went on 5
independent.
vacation last year because you live with your mama.
Mm.
That's what
And
I
there's nothing wrong with that. But
Yeah,
just
ain't
It's
but
nothing
that's
wrong
nothing
yeah,
with it.
but
wrong.
yeah,
But
you
stop
can't
trying to act like
yeah.
you got it like
But
that.
Yeah,
but
Because you
stop
be
coming out
wearing
here
the
saying
latest
stuff
and the
like that
latest
though.
is
I
yeah.
because
mean,
you live with your mama. That's why you're able to wear the latest.
Because
Don't
because
listen
a lot of
because
people are back home for different reasons.
yeah,
So
with
it's
me,
not a bad thing,
my
but don't
kids
come out
can
here
stay with
flossing
me
and
as
acting
long
up
as they
about
want
it
to.
though. Yeah,
My kid can, as long as my kids ain't doing nothing stupid,
exactly.
trifling,
Yeah.
they can stay with me as long as you want.
But they're not gonna
yeah.
go out there acting crazy about
Yeah,
I'm
you ain't
independent,
keep
I'm
all
doing this.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not gonna do that. Stop doing that.
I see a video of you on Facebook throwing money around
Sorry.
the place, talking about you a big
Sorry.
baller shot caller. You about to take 4 or 5 bills in the house. Woo, they're tossing money around like
Yep.
that. Let me call him
Like,
right
woo, you got money.
now.
You
Daddy
I'm
got
got
some new
sorry.
bills.
money.
Mm-mm.
I got some
You
new
got
bills for you, boy.
money.
Come on, and let daddy talk to you about these bills.
Come here, come here.
What
Which
bill?
one? Which one? I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you this one,
Here's these
and
19
this
envelopes.
one, and
Short man. Here's these 19 envelopes. Pick 5.
I mean, you was on the gram throwing
Yeah.
it. You know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
that's when it just got real.
Yeah. You was out there shaking a leg, doing a little
Yeah.
something, some
Mm-mm.
strings, doing some strings for some
You was.
change.
You had the stripper on. You talking about some? Yeah.
You paying
Okay.
I
her
mean,
light bill, come pay some this light
I
bill.
feel like I mean you need to be out of your mom and daddy house by a certain age though. Like you gotta step out some point, man. And if you're not out of mom and daddy house, maybe you shouldn't be dating.
Maybe. Uh,
I think your priority should be more focused on, you know, spending that extra time getting a second job so you can have a little more money, you know, or something to be on your own. Dating should not be your priority.
Lola carrying this friggin' thing here talking about trench coats.
My streaker costume.
Yeah,
I don't.
Corey, looking forward to seeing that streaker costume. You right up the street, Corey. Hey, Corey, you ain't seen this?
Oh man, you down the street.
You ain't seen that, Corey?
You down the street.
Hey, but Lola and Carrie in the comment section with their trench coat arguments and stuff, man. Look, we're aware of what goes on in relationships, man. We know. You know, if we go out there and find we go out there and find you go out there and find a young man that you know ain't gonna fulfill what you want, but because he might have, you know, I think when we talk about this a while back, OG,
What's up?
I think it has a lot to do with the stature of what the female think the man is at the point at the time. Sometimes she might feel like he's the man. She might see him flexing with a couple of other women, so she think that I could tame this dude. It's ideal for me now. So
Yeah. A lot of women think they can do that. A lot of women
y'all
think they can
agree
do
with
that.
that, ladies?
Mm-hmm.
I always think you have a superpower. You like, I can
I mean, you have to not necessarily like women. women have that natural nurturing thing inside of them. So they feel like not necessarily they can tame. Sometimes they feel like they can help. You know what I mean? I can help him. I can show him.
That man didn't ask for no help. That man did not ask for
Yeah,
no
don't
help.
save him.
That
He
man
don't
asked
want
for
to
no
be
help.
saved,
Exactly.
girl.
That man asked
Leave
for no
him
help.
alone.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't
leave him
save him.
alone.
That man
Leave him
asked for no
alone. But
help.
a lot, you know, I ain't
He was
saying
busy
all, but there are
flossing,
some women
couple
who have
chicks on his
that.
arm. He don't want no help.
You know, they
And then
think
men, don't
they
save
think they
her because she don't
can.
want to be saved. Okay.
Mm-mm,
Don't say,
mm-mm.
you know, that's a fact. A lot of
Let's
times,
normalize pointing out toxic people.
guys do that a lot. Lou, Razor, me, I think Carrie, you know, I think we do that a lot as men. We see girls that we like, our mind might tell them, ooh, she looks, you know, she's the ideal look for what you want, and you automatically turn her into something when she's a trash bag. And you shouldn't have never put her on that pedestal. You should have treated her accordingly, but some reason you put her on a pedestal and deal with her differently. And then you had other young ladies that you deal with like trash that you probably should have put on that pedestal, but you didn't. You know, so it's both sides when I'm talking about picking the right mate. I ain't just talking about women picking the right mate because it takes two to make babies. Yeah, I've never seen a woman made a baby by herself yet, unless it's an impossible baby, a beyond baby. But I've never, you know, never seen a woman
Hey,
made a baby
listen.
by
Hey,
herself.
I hope the algorithm or the AI is not listening.
If the algorithm can listen to that. I've never seen a woman made a baby by herself. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Isn't that a fact?
Gender facts.
I
That's a
mean,
fact.
they have the what you call it stuff that they
Part
do.
of
You
it
got
still
the
that still
artificial
comes from a man.
insemination.
Well,
It-
yeah,
where
yeah,
does the sperm
Yeah.
come
Listen,
it comes
Yeah.
from.
nobody else in this
Exactly.
world is making sperm other than
And
a
women
man.
who got that done, Cherie, they're not complaining about a deadbeat baby daddy.
unless it's a test tube or
Because
something.
They do what they
it
set
costs
up for.
money.
Yeah,
That artificial inseminating stuff
it
costs
costs a lot of
A
money, and them
lot of loot,
women, like, you
lot of
know what I
loot,
mean.
lot of loot.
I know a lot. I know a
Hmm.
young lady that had to do that a couple of times to have
Yeah,
couldn't have a baby.
yeah. It,
And her and her husband went out. She was in the military. Her husband went out, and they did it. Military covered charges for it, deal with it. Now they got 3 kids, and they happy.
hmm
You know,
hmm
and she's getting ready to retire in about a year and a half, and she's thinking about popping another one up in the oven. So
Yeah.
you know, so I think that but it still comes from, you know, you can't, a woman never made a baby by herself because you still got to take the sperm that comes from a man,
And men don't make babies
and
either
man can't make
by
babies.
themselves.
it's a
People,
two-part series.
people, we
Yeah,
It's a
need
exactly.
each other.
two-part
So let's
series.
everybody stop acting like
It's
one
both,
person could do it.
it's like a bolt action. The Glock can't shoot without
Exactly.
Hmm.
bolt action, baby.
The bed don't bounce by itself, people.
Hmm.
Please,
Yes!
please. The bed don't bounce by itself. We make the bed
If your
bounce
bed
too.
squeak, there's ghosts in it.
That's right. There you go.
Or one
Get a
of them,
brother
all
gets
them people that got a bunch of kids and the bed just imitating life.
What's up?
Bed like, oh, I thought, you know,
Yeah.
this time of night we usually iki, so I just went ahead and iki.
You know what I'm saying? Ew, come on, man.
Mm-mm.
We got to get right.
Yeah, man. I think it's we're in the phase in life now where we gotta stop blaming people for stuff that we do and start taking responsibility for our actions,
Ourselves.
man.
And I understand it. I understand it takes growth, a lot of personal growth at times to make some of these changes. You know, they're needed, but we got, like I said, we got to start normalizing some of this stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
We got to make it that
Definitely.
people younger want to grow early rather than later, right?
Mhm.
They want to get themselves together early rather than later. We need to do more of that. I think that's important.
Definitely. We
Yeah,
gotta stop
definitely.
saying. We gotta stop telling people. You know, we gotta stop blaming. We do understand that it's a generational thing. You can learn bad decisions from your parents. When you become an adult, you know, if you gonna the court ain't, you can't tell the court that it's because your mama made you do this.
Unless you're mentally ill, you know what you're doing. You know what's happening. You know that you can change that situation.
You
People
can't.
people like to be victims, like we said. Yeah.
Mama raised me to be a thief. The judge gonna say, "Well, I'm about to give you 35 years, so
Yeah.
your mama ain't gonna be able to do half of it for you." So we gotta stop doing that.
Definitely.
So I think this was a great conversation, man. It stretched a little longer than I wanted it to, but it was great. It's a great conversation to have. Let's go check out some of these comments in the comment section because they're going crazy in the comment section. They want independent benefits of traditional women are going to be independent in a relationship. Facts. That put Lou up there. I was only reading it out because I was making sure that it wasn't one of the comments that we had already. Hit that up, OG.
They want to be independent women that get the same benefits of traditional women. How you going to be independent in a relationship? How you going to do it?
Doesn't
How
make
you going to
sense.
do it? Facts, Lou. How you
Doesn't
going to
make
do it?
sense.
How you going to
That
do it?
one again, old Jizzle.
First modern day women's idea of a date is so club, so you don't want better, so I would provide it, or I should provide it. Yeah, well,
Lola with her.
Let's go to the club.
Men want their girl to be a 1940s homemaker while going to work and paying the bills. Women want to boss the man and lead the house. Yes.
You ain't gonna boss this man. And only one of us can lead the house. So
I think, listen,
you gonna live in your house, I'm gonna live in mine. You can always lead your house over here.
Listen, nothing wrong with the homemaker. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. It takes two to make the thing go right.
Yeah,
if you know that whole song.
That's right, Rob.
That song's right. It takes two. It takes two
to make the thing go right.
And like the bed go boom, it takes two to make it out of sight. So listen, y'all.
I know that's right.
Make the bed go boom.
It's all about the bed tonight, baby. It's all about the bed tonight. But yeah, seriously though,
all about the bed.
Definitely nothing wrong with being traditional 1940s, whatever you want to be. What works for one couple will not work for another couple. Some couples have to be where they both have to be doing it at the same level, or both have to be out getting it together, right? So that's how it is with some people. So again, what works for you may not work for somebody else. But again, it still takes two, no matter how you do it.
Yeah,
just remember that.
I can be independent. I can put out the first, last security, and
a lot of women didn't sign up for that independent stuff. Though. A lot of women didn't sign up for that though.
It's just talk.
Yeah, a lot of women can't even do that. A lot of women can't even do that. A lot of women will get housing assistance and you know what I mean, scream independent. You know, I'm independent, but you know, like the government.
I'm not going to knock anyone for getting assistance. So let's be clear about this. I don't want anybody.
I'm not knocking. What I'm saying is independent wise, like they throw that over the man, like you know.
Yeah, you ain't independent if that's what.
That's what I'm saying. You just shouldn't be throwing that out there like that. Yeah, that's what we're saying. It's okay that you need assistance, but don't act like something else.
Security.
Don't turn your nose up on other people.
Exactly. Thanks, T. That's what I was trying to get to. Thank you. Exactly.
Is it okay to get fired and hired back? Carrie,
I mean, it depends on your boss.
Yeah.
Would you want to get hired back?
I mean,
at a job that fired you?
Exactly.
I know a lot of people that got fired from their job and got hired back.
Yeah, I mean,
but would you want to? They already fired you once.
This is a lie, Carrie. You're putting this is fake news. I never spent all my money in the strip club. I just gave the strippers a lot of money. That's all.
95%. He paid his bills first. He did it responsibly.
Potential in the man that the man doesn't see in himself yet. Yeah.
So true. That does happen.
What we was talking about. Yeah, that's a lot of women do that. They see a potential in the dude that is it potential too, or is it just
sometimes it's not okay, sometimes it's not potential, sometimes it's what you want them to be. Like when you like someone, you can create a version of them that will never ever exist, because seeing a potential in someone, if they don't see it in themselves, then it's fantasy. You know what I mean? Seeing potential in somebody that's actually seeing that potential in themselves, they're going to be working towards that goal. You know what I mean? So you can't really say that. It's more like a dream. Us women can do that. We see a man and he looks good and he has this, and we have this dream of what he can be, you know, but I don't even say potential anymore, because if it was potential, then they would be actively working on it. Potential means you're going to get there. We're not going with that. You dreaming. You're dreaming, okay? You're dreaming to think that you're going to be the glue that, and he's going to be all that you wanted to be.
Dre said, in these days, a man is measured by his wallet, not his character. I feel so too, man.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. I feel like
That's always been though.
I don't know, man. I feel like back in the days, I used to get girls off of morally the type of person I am. Them liking the type of person I am. Now it's a thing of, even with a couple of my friends were talking the other day, and that's what it is. It's like you have to show that I have something for certain type of girls to be interested in you. And I don't got nothing, so shit.
Mm-mm. I mean, money's always been kind of like a man's, especially more so back in the day, because that's how, the man was the breadwinner of the home. So even back then, women would only marry their kids, their daughters off to these, they wanted them to be with these rich guys. So
Yeah.
it's
In
money's always been that way
structure,
with men.
because in even though the man were giving the money, sometimes they wasn't making that much money.
Mm-hmm.
It was just
I, I,
he's the breadwinner. He was just he wasn't making that much money. But I think what Dre is saying is in now, like the meme said the other day, I'm supposed to chase you to pay your bills. I'm supposed to chase you to make your life better. Like, what am I getting out of this deal? That's
A
you on
headache
my arm.
sometimes.
Yeah, you on my arm. Me going to court with you to what? See my kid. What am I getting out of this?
A headache sometimes.
I'm not interested in that. I can get somebody that won't give me none of that problems, and I have just as much time, and they probably a better person, probably have a better be able to support my drive, and probably have a better drive than you. I think a lot of guys don't really go after women that they feel like are independent, for one big reason is because they feel like that women have too much talk. They feel like she gonna have too much talk to give you too much. It's gonna be too much of a power
mm-hmm.
struggle. So a lot of guys be like, man, I'm not even gonna deal with that, because I see that with women. I seen a woman in the club telling a dude, yo, you ain't got this, that. Yo, I in the parking lot one night. I'm gonna show you how simple-minded people can be. So a particular girl was in the parking lot telling a dude that's driving a BMW that was fairly new, but because she had a 2021 Ford Taurus, she was telling him, this is a 2020. Wait, what was it? 2018. Let's say it's 2021. I can't remember exactly what date it is, so I don't want to give the wrong date and then come up here and tell the story again and give it the date. So let's say it's 2021. So she telling him, this is a 2021. And he's like, my car will buy your car like 17 times. I don't care if it's a 2021. Car costs $17,000 out to me, off the shop rack new. He's like, buying this 2 years ago cost more than your car 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Relax. He's like, I ain't even trying to be disrespectful, but she was just in that space of I'm
But
independent.
why was she flexing like that though?
But she was just that's how she was, man.
She was happy to have a new car.
I mean, enjoy your car.
it
But
was
why the flexing? Enjoy your
dude
car.
wasn't even coming off of her any type
Yeah.
of way. It's a situation that we wasn't even paying attention to them. We hear the conversation bubbling, and we hear her friend telling her, chill. She like, nah, F him. What he think this is? We just, we had sent Fabian.
I hope he stayed away from her.
I don't know what happened. All we
I
knew,
hope he didn't go try to talk to her, try to
got
convince her
the
that. Yeah, I hope he stayed away from her,
on their way, and whatever happens after that, they go with God.
because that's gonna be a mess later on. That's a
When
mess
I
waiting
was
to happen.
single, I was very independent.
Supposed to be independent.
You're supposed to. It's not like you're supposed to be. If you're single, you're supposed to be independent.
That's
You're
for
supposed
sure.
to take care of yourself. You're supposed to take care of your house, your bills, and everything like that.
Word.
You're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And if you live with your mom and dad, good for you too. But you're
You
not
should be paying some of those bills if you live with mama, not being out flossing.
For real. Supposed to be helping mama.
Yeah, that's wild. You guys out there doing that. That's wild.
Even if they don't act, because I have a mother that don't ask for nothing. But we still
you gotta slide something in there though, right?
it. Yeah. And then she was like, "Who put that there?"
Go grab a bill and go pay it. Yeah, you
Mm-mm.
gotta do it.
Well, it's kind of, if someone running around screaming they independent, the first key is they probably not.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times people going out shouting what they are and what they have. You know, a lot of times you just gotta let it go. You
Hey,
know,
Lou said I'm independent, but I pay $8 a month for rent. It's
word.
okay to
Okay,
get
Lou.
help, but not living, not living that help identifiably. You have to want more. Yeah,
But some of them don't
indefinitely you
want
do have to
more.
want more. Indefinitely you do, but most people don't.
Yeah, some girls I know, they said that, why am I gonna pay for a 4 bedroom out there where I can stay in here with my kids? But you are in the projects, not because some of us are raising projects. Well, not American projects, but we have our own projects where we come from. But
Yeah.
don't you want to do
It's
better for your
okay to get
children?
help. There's nothing wrong with getting help. Like,
Yeah,
No,
definitely. Yeah.
but you should push to
you
want
pay
more than
taxes.
that.
You pay taxes on with your paycheck. You pay taxes on groceries you buy in the store. You pay taxes on gas. If you need help,
Yeah,
the government should help you.
that's for
But
sure.
you ain't supposed to be dancing in my
Yeah,
face
and
telling me that I
yeah,
ain't this.
no.
You got a spot.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like I'm not gonna say they're not independent because some of them women are transitioning and are struggling. I don't want to come across as someone, who do it. I'm talking about those women who sit there and talk down on people. Those are the ones we talking about. Like, you're not
Yeah,
better than
See,
someone because
how to
you're technically getting assistance too. You know what I mean? So
you know,
come
I think
come
people,
down off come down off of that
everybody needs to
high
be humble.
horse.
Be humble. Take the
Yeah.
assistance, grind, do better, and get out.
but
Yeah,
it's supposed to be
come down
help.
off of that high
It's,
horse there, you know what
it's
I mean?
supposed
And
to help you,
Mm,
get to
good
a
one,
better
Dre.
place.
Not potential. You just got baptized.
that's what I said. It is not potential. Potential is when they see it. If they see themselves, if you meet a guy and he's like, yeah, this is this, I'm not here yet, but this is the goal, and he's got a plan and he's gonna get there.
That's
That's
potential.
potential.
That's potential.
That's potential. But if
Yeah.
you meet a guy and he on the street corner
No,
and
you look at him and saying, "Oh
he's
man, he
slinging
got
that
potential."
thing, and you know what I mean, you think that, oh, he got a good business sense on the street corner, so he got potential to be a good businessman. No.
Some guys don't want to lead that life anyway. That's what they want to do.
Potential
That's what
is
they
when
gonna
they
do.
see it in themselves, like
Yeah.
I used to say that too. I see the potential in him that he doesn't see in himself.
Well,
Nah, it's not
you
potential.
better show him quickly.
Listen, big
Hey,
time. That used to be one of my lines, y'all.
at least
That
one of
used to be
us.
one of my
The boys
yeah, like
say women have to look at the movements and the
Yeah.
action of a man, and
Yeah.
if he is speaking life into his steps.
Yeah, you gotta.
absolutely
Yes, Lord.
correct. That's
You gotta be walking that
absolutely
walk.
correct.
Talking don't get it. You gotta be walking
You
that
gotta
walk.
remember that you ain't gonna see my steps if I don't want you. I'm just trying to get.
Sometimes you could be
You
so blinded by that thought process you have of that person, like, oh, and you got to lose them to actually realize, man, what was wrong with me? That was some good toxic pipe, boy. That had me thinking this dude could be Barack. You know what I mean? Yeah, he had a rock, but
Not the
he couldn't be
president.
Barack.
I was sarcastically for those women on Section 8 with no intent to do better and get off. I know.
Oh, I know that's right.
Yeah.
But don't get, that's true
But
too.
like you
There's a lot
see
of
the
girls that
women.
they have such and
They be passing
they
their
do it, they
housing
use
out
it wisely. They use it wisely.
Facts. They be passing their housing their housing vouchers down through generations.
That's not
I've
even
seen
cool.
it now. It's sad, but
That's
it's
the
a
same. We
sad
have two
reality. You
generations,
know
three
what I mean?
generations of just doing the same thing. That's sad.
Whereas the people that have it don't want you to know they got it. That's why I'm always broke. Why?
I know that's right.
I'm broke.
Don't ask me for nothing.
When I'm getting out of Mama P's basement. I'm here now.
Facts, Louis.
Use it till you build yourself up and get better and get off it. Facts. That's you supposed to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Use it.
Some people treat it like a business though.
But see, like especially like women who have, back to the women and kid conversation. You have women who have multiple kids get the government assistance. You know what I mean? And then they talk down to their kid's father, who's actually struggling and trying to actually work hard for the money. You know what I mean? But they're sitting there talking down on them. You ain't independent either. You know what I mean? This man at least trying to work.
Dre said the fact that Dre saying the facts are we all know some bum ninjas and women know it and still give in to the bums. That's true, man.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know when you're picking somebody, you gotta know who you pick. Thanks for the
Thank you.
It's you out there watching. Shout out. Thanks for the donation. I was saying that at times we all make mistakes, right? I said that before.
Mm-hmm.
But after a while, is it a mistake anymore? Huh? I wouldn't call it a mistake anymore after a while. I think that it's time for you to start manning up, womaning up, making the right decisions, picking the right partners, picking the right people. Because everybody have independence, want independence. So when you start saying that you're bringing a human into the world, you have to make sure you're picking the right person to do it. So you don't have to go back to wars with them. You don't have to go up and down. We all as people that have been to, you're gonna have some war. Sometimes you make the wrong decision to have kids. You do it one time. Understandable.
One, twice, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's your fault.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Thanks for the donation again, Corey.
Thanks, Corey.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, like 1. Okay, I made a mistake. 2. Okay, so I'm at 2.
Action for a couple of weeks, short man. You ain't seen her up here for a while. She be listening on the low. She just don't be letting us know she be listening.
When you reach to a second mistake, you should be thinking. You should be sitting down thinking like, wait a minute, I'm about to go in the wrong path because this is my second time and I'm not getting it right. So I need to pause, think, and in the words of Tahira, spirit renew, go in, come out, breathe, pause for a second, wait, be like, wait a minute, okay, I need to stop going right, and try to center myself. And so the third time, if it do happen it's not you, then you can say, okay, I tried, I was getting myself together, and but don't stop making excuses, men and women. Stop making excuses. Stop.
I agree with that. I think it's not all the women's fault. Like I said, it takes 2 to have kids. Women ain't going out there finding the wrong dude, but these bums are shooting clubs up like they assassins around this people. And so
they really are.
I don't know, shop man. I don't know what they trying to do. Who man, they hit hands around this mall. They just shoot everything up. Like, come on, bro. You mute.
Have some respect for you.
I don't know what's going on with these people.
Be more stingy with your liquid gold. It's gold. It's liquid gold. Y'all be more concerned about the gold around your neck than the gold that you produce
like liquid
yourself.
crack rather than liquid gold.
Yeah, like come on now. Come on now.
So she said, short man. She said she's always watching.
Blessings, many thanks.
Thank you.
Many thanks.
Always watching, but
I don't want nobody to watch me then. More time I feel like I just by myself. I don't want nobody
always watching you.
More time I want to sit down by myself. I don't want nobody to watch me. I'm stop it.
No.
Yeah. So they snipers out here. All right, they shooting everything up.
Yeah.
Hit and run.
bunch of bad accidents happening out here. Hitting and run with no insurance. That's what's happening.
And they hit it. Everybody gonna die.
And they be the ones that got these. I hate to say it, but they be the ones that got these angry baby mamas out here.
When I tell you, angry,
and then they be like, "Oh, she crazy." You be like, "Dude, did you not know what you know?" I shot her up one night at the club. Like, how you proud that you shot her up one night at the club?
I think,
and you act like it's her fault.
You know what I think too? I think a lot of times, like, people who don't have kids yet don't know how stressful it is. So then when they do that with a person, and then they be like, I would never do what I see such and such doing on Facebook. And then they become that person doing it on Facebook. Because when you don't got help with your kid, no matter how old your kids get, they get annoying as.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are special people, man. They're special people.
Yes.
They are a special breed of, they'll drive you crazy. And if you don't have the mental capacity, if you don't have the understanding, you will do crazy stuff.
You have them kids that will have my wig twist to the other side. Cause you have them type of children that just be.
They want love. They want attention, and you gotta be there. You gotta provide it. You gotta provide it. They always need something. They
little broke roommates, man. Let's call them what they are. They're broke roommates. That you can't evict.
I'm not messing with you, T.
Papa, really?
Look, I know their names. They know what they are at this point. They walk around with demands, they telling you stuff wrong with the house.
Definitely.
One thing I know that, me and a few of my friends, can't speak for all of them. Some of them fools do be out here, dropping babies everywhere. But me and most of my friends, we already made a commitment to ourselves that we ain't rocking like that. I'm not about to let nobody put me through hell, and I ain't about to run around in circles behind.
And imagine this. It's a miserable existence because you can never get rid of this person. Imagine that, because your kid's gonna grow up. They're gonna want to get married. They're gonna want to have events. They're gonna want to have a lot of things that you're gonna want to be there to be a part of. And then that person, maybe you want to say that idiot might be there as well.
You're committed to that person for life.
Ain't might be. They would, like, dudes are more scared to get on their knee and propose to a woman than they are to shoot up the club. You know what I mean? Like
because you get with the wrong one, man. It could be like being in prison.
You could marry the wrong woman and get a divorce, but you get a baby with a woman. You know what I mean? Like, they be like, oh no, I ain't gonna marry her. You ain't gonna marry her, but you gonna knock her up. Like, come on, dude. Like, that don't even make sense. Like,
Louis, oh my God. I got me a puppy, baby. God look, what was that we thinking?
Oh my God. Oh man.
Yeah,
man, tonight.
Whatever. Yeah, man, we gotta do better as a society, as a community. I mean, we can't say that enough. Eventually, the Fresh Prince of VA.
Oh God!
Don't hate.
God,
appreciate.
You got a whole bathrobe.
Hey man, this ain't no bathrobe.
Oh, that's a Hugh Hefner robe. My bad.
That's what I said. Hugh Hefner. He keeps saying Fresh Prince. I'm getting Hefner vibes.
You better recognize.
Hey, you got to watch T tonight, though, because she getting Hugh Hefner vibes. She's talking about streaking at the club. You got to watch her tonight, man. It's Scorpio season. You know what I mean? You're gonna be out there streaking tomorrow night. Y'all better watch out.
Don't forget, if you're in the 757 area, in the Hampton Road area, you in the DMV area, tomorrow night is the big show with the mayor of Miami, Dutty Dex. It's gonna be a musical treat, man. You want to come out and enjoy yourself. Tickets are still available. Jump in. AGP fam gonna be out there partying. T's continuously partying her birthday. She been partying for like 18 months now. I really don't know when is her birthday, to be honest with you. We've been partying since last January. Listen, man.
All of October, man.
A great night tonight. Hey, if you're not a member, sign up to be a member so you can watch the Sex Toys podcast with Lola.
Those devices,
man,
I watched it, and those devices
man.
are something. I'm telling you, there's something to behold. You have to see her, touch them, hold them, and
you holding them? You holding them, short man?
For her, I'm talking about Lola.
You said something to be held.
Yeah, to behold, man. You gotta watch them. You gotta see what she's doing. She demonstrating. I mean, it's like an infomercial. I mean, it's wicked. I mean, you gotta get there. Don't miss out.
You can't miss out on that one. That's a great podcast, man. We had fun talking about all these things.
Fancy devices.
Listen, man. Those fancy devices out there.
Did you go and purchase any after watching it, short man?
No. That's for the ladies to do whatever they need to do. And you know.
You could do it with your man.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Listen. I mean, bondage, whatever you want to do with your business.
I won't say you go buy some devices for yourself. I meant like, you know.
You mean share. Yeah, I mean.
Sure, Mr. Short Woman know what she doing. This ain't a Will Smith and Jada.
Not happening.
Yeah, Jada ain't satisfied. And
not happening.
But she claimed that's not what she was saying.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
That's what I got from the conversation. But anyway,
she got to clarify herself, man. We need a clarification.
Dre said God sent Cherie to save him. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Oh,
he wanted to be saved.
Cherie got on that cat outfit, boy. He about to pull her out. She about to sign out early.
After party tonight.
Ain't no after party tonight, boy. She already got the collar on her neck, boy.
Before we go, I need y'all interpretation of this. I'll go first. Before we go, let's get y'all interpretation of this. Comment section, we want to see your interpretation too, because before we go, we're going to read a couple of them. What do y'all think taking place here? Let me go first. I got to be over a woman. This is definitely over a woman right here.
Lord, I is tired, Lord. Take me now, please.
Yeah. Whatever's going on is over a woman.
I'm going to guess he's inebriated. Him and Shorty got into it. Maybe she put him out. It started raining, and he was like, "You know what? I'm giving up." He went and got a bottle. He went and got a bottle, jumped on the car, and laid back.
I was gonna say, to me, it looked like he got he was at his he's the side dude, and he had to jump out the window because her man came home, and that's how he landed on it.
Maybe it's scorching hot.
I thought you were gonna say he happy he made it out alive. So he's like, "What?"
No, that's how he landed on the car. Like, you know,
maybe it's scorching hot.
He jumped out the window.
Maybe it's scorching hot.
It looks like it's raining.
It is raining. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
maybe it was hot earlier and it started raining. It's like, I'm gonna enjoy this.
It probably was a hot day. It could be a side girl, but it's definitely over a woman. Ain't no man doing this unless
laying in the rain like that. Yeah,
some inner peace. Wash this demon off of me, Lord. Get her.
Oh yeah.
Get
Lord,
away from
take me now.
Yo.
What's up, bro? I see you over there on Facebook, bro. What's up?
What's going on? Marcus.
I see you over there on Facebook. Yeah.
He said, "Lord, take me now, please.
We're gonna say surrender to Jesus.
Take me now."
He got caught cheating. Yeah, it's got to be over a woman. Got caught cheating.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she broke his heart.
Yeah, that's what I feel like, Lola. I was
gonna say that does look like I ain't gonna lie. That looked like a heartbreak right there.
That looked like a heartbreaking. That looked like
it. Looked like Lola,
I feel like he gave up.
Yeah, like he's trying to wash that demon off of him. He gotta get her up out of his system. Yo. Oh, man.
Like he looked like he's really trying hard to make her stay.
No. He's trying to wash off the hurt.
Some kind of way.
He's trying to wash off the hurt. That's what he's doing.
So, he's like, hey. Lord, wash this hurt away, please. Lord.
Hey, let me read this one.
Go ahead.
Tahira, when we going to save each other?
Superman, Superwoman.
Oh, snap.
He told her, he told her he gonna off himself, and she said, "Go ahead."
Not go ahead. That's cold.
He trying to stop
He
her
just
from.
found out the baby ain't his.
He trying to stop her from going to the new man house. Hey, that could be it. Fine. Hey, this is very detrimental to a man.
Yeah, he look like he just found out that baby ain't his. He ain't the pappy.
That's a game. That's a game you shouldn't play with a man.
He gonna get off that car and
killing both of y'all.
kill
Boy,
both of y'all.
He gonna slide Chicago style. He gonna pull a little Dirk on y'all.
Yeah.
He gonna spot him and got him.
Oh man.
Oh, spot him, got him.
Spot him, got him.
Hey.
Oh man.
Comment section, thanks for being with us tonight, man. I know we're only 10 minutes out from 3 hours, but we've been trying to stay to 2 hours and 30 minutes. But it's like once we went to the 3 hour mark, it's like every week we getting back to it again. We trying to stay to 2 hours.
We need to go back to 8 to 10, then maybe 10 plus.
Them comments be hot.
Plus,
yeah, maybe 10 plus.
Rolling. We are, we got 10 minutes till it be 3 hours. Y'all want to do 8 to 10 minutes, or y'all want to get up out of here?
Let's talk about. Let's talk for 9 minutes. We'll talk about.
Sean, do you have a who gotta go? Do you have any of those who gotta go?
Yeah, I do have a who gotta go. I got a great one.
Come on now, Sheree. You know those could take us about an hour and a half.
No, we going quick on this. No,
I was gonna do a long one, but let's do
a short one. Oh,
let's do one with these rappers. One, it's saying best song for 2004. Who had the best song for 2004? Was it Lil Wayne?
To look that up. I don't even know.
What's the
Flip, Over?
Let's go with White Tee.
Never ever. You could never ever.
Actually, hey,
Get on my level. Get on my level. No, if you buck, what? No, ooh, that's two good ones. Right?
I was gonna say I had to give it. Yeah,
Tipsy,
I have to give it to Nuck if you buck right there.
Yeah, because a lot of violence went on with that one.
Hey, yo, we knocking and bucking all over the place.
You go with Nuck if you buck?
A lot of
I
violence
go with
going
Nuck
with
if
that
you
one.
buck.
Who you going with?
Who gotta go?
Yeah, no, which is the best song?
It's the best song.
I think Tipsy was hitting that year.
Tipsy? Yeah, Tipsy.
Everybody was getting tipsy. I think I was getting tipsy that year. I was getting tipsy.
Doing the dance.
I was getting tipsy.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Oh wait, I was still in the military too. So I was in the military. I was still getting tipsy.
Man, listen, I wasn't even at that age. I was at age to drink. Yeah, I just became I was over 21 now. I was a year.
They can't get you now. It's too late, man.
No, I don't care if they can get me, man. Hey, drinking is the least of my worries. If they gonna get me, they ain't worried about getting me for drinking.
Oh,
yeah,
tipsy. I was in the Navy, man. 2004 tipsy.
That Nuck if you buck got.
Who you got, Sheree?
This is hard, but I'm gonna have to go with Nuck if you buck. I'm gonna go with Nuck if you, because when I tell you
that when they got that big old fight and Pusha T and them dude put a work.
Yeah,
I remember that. That was back in the day. We used to run the city wild. Sharp man, that was back in the day when I used to be crazy. When I so-called used to be crazy.
When you used to be off the chain.
Yeah, when that's what people say. I don't know if that's true, but I have no proof of that. That's what
when you didn't wear silk. When you didn't wear silk robes.
You wear silk robes.
You wore cotton one.
Ever, man. It was either Nuck if you buck or never ever. I'm going never ever. I just like the
you can
the violence.
Ever. Get on my
level. I still like Go DJ. You know, I still use that.
That little
Go DJ, because that's my DJ.
What? Get on my level. What?
You
It's a
can
lot of
never
good
tell.
ones.
That's right, Drake.
And don't let
Tipsy.
nobody that you don't like in the club. You be like,
Man.
you can never ever,
Man,
Yeah.
hey,
Those
everybody
songs
wait.
promoted violence.
Everybody wait until those songs play to fight. No, get
Yes.
That's what I'm telling you. That's a lot of fights went on with a lot
I
of
think
fights.
Yes.
I
People
remember.
just
But
wait.
not if you
So when
up.
it's on the drinking, soon as that song played, they already know they ops already. They see
I
the
think
ops, they say,
I
"Them boys
remember
over there."
Mr. Palmer did not want that
Yeah,
type of
he ain't
music.
one of them songs played
Yeah,
on. You know,
no.
as soon as they play, boo,
There's
yeah.
another one that
Yeah.
used to always get people. What is it?
Probably that little John and Scrappy. What that thing called again? I
People
know
used to
Archie.
push each other all around the club with it when it came out.
Oh,
What is
yeah.
the name of that?
We ready.
Oh man.
Hey,
We
ready.
I want to say it's a Master P song.
ready.
Master P.
It's a Master P
I
song.
was old enough to go in the club when Master P was rocking.
Oh. you
What
just
you
telling people how.
Maybe
You trying to say I'm old?
Bone Crusher, never
I'm
scared.
I
trying to
wouldn't
say
know
I'm
that.
old?
It's probably Bone Crusher, yeah. I ain't never.
No,
You talking about tear the club up?
Mm-mm.
That's what they tear the club up, huh?
Yeah, that too.
Nah.
363
Yeah.
and Mafia.
No, I'm telling you, it's a Master P song. It just
Master
can't
P?
come. It just ain't coming to my head. It's
The one with
gosh.
the mystical and all of them on it.
Mm-hmm. The first time I ever saw a fight in a reggae club was when they played that song too.
Be up.
It was
Nah,
nah. I can't even think of it right now.
After Lil Jon, huh?
No, it's definitely Master P. It's one of like early man. Let me see if I can find
Master
this
P.
thing. Master P.
I think I know what song
Not
you're
No
talking
Limit.
I know
Silk the
which one.
Shocker and all
Not
of
No
them.
Limit.
Yeah, all of them type of thing.
I don't know. The only one I'm remembering right now is Make Them Say, oh.
It should be that. Yes, it is that one.
Oh.
Nah, not that one.
Stop now. You can't stop. Nah. I think it was.
I know what you're talking about. It ain't a masterpiece song. It's a C Murder song.
Oh, I got it right
Is
here.
it?
Okay.
Talking about it's C Murder, Snoop Dogg, down for my op them.
There you go.
Down for my
There you go. There you go. When that thing came on, yes.
man.
Because I'm down for my what? Everybody be pushing everybody around. Yo, man. Every time, fight broke out, man.
That's a fight.
We was in what was it? Night Moves, man. One night, and they played that thing.
You talking about Little Creek?
Yeah, you know what Night Moves is. We was in Night Moves one night.
I used to be in the mood.
I used to tear Little Creek up back in the day between Night Moves and Gary's.
Night Moves.
Night Moves though. They played that one song, man. It was like Night Moves was like the original.
That boy don't play.
Little Scrappy, no problem. That was
Magazine is the motto that I live by. If you mess with me, it's a must you try them. Haters gotta run them. Haters gotta shoot yourself. It's a suicide.
Yes,
that song right there, yo.
First C Murder ever spit. That was
man. That thing was crazy,
Scrappy, no problems. That was a good song.
That was it.
Yeah, that was my song too, boy. Scrappy killed that.
What about Headbuster?
Came on and said, "My
you don't want no problems.
Kill that verse.
You don't want no problems.
Ever.
You don't want no problems.
Too much pain about the.
Yes.
Like people that watch Scrappy and love hip hop didn't know that Scrap Dog used to be the man at one point.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Unit for a little bit. He was supposed to be a big thing. Till they pushed him off the stage, and that's why his teeth look like that, because all his teeth fell out of his mouth when they pushed him off the stage.
Mm-hmm. He was the man. He was the man.
So, yeah, that song. Whenever I hear that song come on, boy, I already know to go duck somewhere.
Man.
That was like a guarantee fight song in the club.
You can even hear the beat. Dun, 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 dun,
everybody like, yo. I'm like, okay, let me go ahead. Let me go high.
Bump them on the
man.
You go down
Yo,
for
listen.
women, blah, for the cause.
Oh
How
boy.
old were you
Lou,
when
you
you?
remember them days, right, Lou boy?
How
Boy,
old was
my
you in
hand was
'94?
lethal back in them days.
Yeah,
Love it.
move. Get out the
Man,
Ludacris song.
touch him,
Ooh,
boy.
Move.
deep.
Touch-
Get
Get
out the
out the
way.
way.
Get
Get
out
out
the
the
way.
way.
Lou, you wasn't with us. You wasn't with us down at 213 with the security guards, Lou. I had to choke him out, big dude, because if that fool had got a hold of me, ooh, Jesus Christ, he would have destroyed me. I had to put him to sleep, boy. I had to choke him out. I had to put him out. Hey, I remember Jay was like, "Let him go." Nah, that ain't out yet.
We're not promoting violence. We're not promoting violence. We're promoting self-defense, guys.
Man, if that dude that got a hold of me, I might not have been here tonight. Cause he punched through the wall and hit.
Mm.
Oh,
I
yo,
remember I had a first fight again.
when I give you my best shots and you laugh at me,
Yeah,
ain't
down south used to be on fire for a minute there,
Yeah,
boy.
for a minute, down south took
Down
over.
south was on fire, yeah.
place right now. Down south is still
Yeah,
leading right now.
still.
You know, how much is New York players would like to say different,
New
but
York, yeah.
the down south been running for
Corey
years.
said, "I'm body." Yep.
Yep.
Body.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
People be
The
talking
ice
about
cream
that.
man.
Yes.
It's the ice cream man. And that mystical with that me, that's who me.
Yeah, I love me some mystical, boy.
I'm the round. Yeah, I remember those
I
days.
love me some mystical, boy.
You looking for me? Here I go.
Yeah.
Here I go.
Here I go.
Boom, boom.
Here I go.
Here I go. Yo.
I heard you were looking for me. Here I go.
I remember when I got my first system put in my car. That was the first song I played. When I got my system put in my car. When that bass line drop and say, just give it a few seconds, and he come in and say, "Looking for me? Here I go."
Yeah,
Man, I played that song so much driving around the place, man. I know people was like, everybody know who was coming. It was the only Jamaican kid running around playing Mystical. Yo, I remember pulling up at spots. Remember over T them shop, man? Pull up over T them and T them like, oh, where y'all play? What kind of foolishness y'all play, yo? Yo, relax, man. This was popping.
Yes, Lola. I'm glad I grew up in that era too. I am glad I grew up in that era.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Here I go.
I heard you were looking for me.
What Marcus saying when Luda came out, the South took over?
Yeah. Luda came out strong.
Yes, he
did.
did.
Came out popping.
Yes. It was like they were just it's so many of them down there, man.
Luda was like
for so long. Because it was like for so long, rap only existed up north. You know what I mean? And then the down south just came out, and they came out like.
Oh, Webby, yep, give me that. Oh, give me that. Just give me that. Oh, give me that. All the guys be like, give me that. Oh, give me what?
Hey, that Jaquan Tipsy was fire though.
Yes. But they had to dance to it.
I remember his cousin was a stripper.
Young Jocks, meet me at the trap. It's going down. Meet me at the bar. It's going down.
Even if you didn't know how to dance,
we're gonna have a throwback night one of these Thursday nights. What we talk about? We're gonna have to do a throwback night. In fact, when we do that 70s theme thing, we're gonna change it from 70s theme to like a throwback theme podcast. Have some fun with it.
Okay.
Stop drop.
That's my song, man.
Yes,
what you mean? They used to call me X when I was out in over in the spot across there.
Yeah,
right? Sunglasses,
the same size.
Ball head. Oh yeah.
I saw when I thought, I used to thought DMX was like 10'5".
No,
and he's short.
When I seen DMX, I was like, this N-word is small.
This itty bitty guy.
Man, power in that voice.
Boy. Just want to try. Just want to die. nigga.
Look at what online.
Flesh of my flesh, blood
All
of
I
my
feel is
blood.
pain.
Hey,
All
his
I feel
first
is pain.
album,
How can I
Dog
make
and
Wicked.
Hell is Hot.
on my
Wicked.
brain?
Dog and Hell is
Wicked.
Hot is a classic in my
Wicked.
car right
Wicked.
now on the thumb
Flesh of my
drive.
flesh,
Wicked.
blood of my
Rotation.
blood.
That
Yes.
Damien, that stop drop.
Oh,
that man,
when he
I actually bought the I bought the CD.
the only song off the album I don't like is the last song.
Which one?
And I don't say it's not like I don't really like it. It's the one with him and the Locks. Towards the end with him and the Locks.
Oh yeah, towards
That's
the
the
end.
only song that I
My
really
favorite
fond of.
one, and
I
when
could
he
play
does
that whole album.
Damien, when he does Damien,
Oh yeah, Damien 1, 2, 3.
man,
Yeah.
Say that
listen.
we a lot alike. I want to be my friend. You mean like Chucky?
Yeah, just like Chucky.
Kinda look like we both lucky. But
Yes, the
look
rap.
like we have surpassed our time today.
Yeah.
Fam, AGP World. We had fun with y'all tonight, man. I ain't gonna lie. We had a blast. We had a
Yes.
ball.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Please hit like. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Cherie is a cat. It's Miss Pocahontas. Sharp man, put on your mask. Yeah, he a Negro in a pandemic.
Yeah. Zombie pandemic.
Town, baby. The fresh. Well, you can call me Hugh Hefner if you feel like it, but I'm the Fresh Prince of Pete Town. Mr. Razor was the light-skinned panther. Lola was in the club drinking tonight, so she ain't showed up for work, but it's all good. She'll be here next time around. We had a ball tonight with you guys, man. Corey, big up yourself.
Thanks for coming out.
Lou, big up yourself. Dre, big up yourself. Lola,
Thanks to all
everybody in the comment section. Pet, big up yourself. Sherelle, everybody that came on from earlier that was commenting all the way down to now. We had a ball. I enjoyed tonight. Don't forget to hit us up Sunday for Top 5 Sunday. We gonna rock out without putting out.
They gonna do that.
Yeah, AGP fam. Tell our peoples we out of here, man. Look at these comments.
We out, love.
Mad love, mad respect. Ain't nothing but love for y'all, man. Thanks for the support. Keep fighting, keep pushing with us. We're gonna have a ball. See us next time. We up here. We out.